too
All
happy.
right. We're on live.
We should be. We're live now. I'm pretty sure.
Never looking back. Never looking back. Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another episode of Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up, the #1 watched Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's podcast in the world. Thanks to you amazing folks out there in the great, I was going to say the great beyond, in the great wide world. I appreciate you all being here. I hope you're having a great Wednesday night, a great Thursday morning, wherever you are in this big, beautiful planet. This is the first episode of Season 2 of Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up. We had an amazing season finale week last week. I got pied in the face. I gave out some gifts to the people that have worked on this show so far for the last really year and a half. We have some big changes that are coming up, including the addition of a new member to Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up. But before we get to that, I just want to say thank you for making us, again, a part of your Wednesday nights. We're going to go all things 53. We're going to talk extensively about opening 2, even though I have a breakdown and in-depth analysis video out on my channel. We're going to hear the thoughts from all of these lovely guys about opening 2. We are joined by JC, Legendary Duels. He was on 2 weeks ago. He couldn't get enough, so he's back. JC, what's going on, man?
I'm excited. I'm here.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Rookmania, baby. Rookmania.
Rookmania. Woo!
Rookmania. And, of course, we have a new face here. I'm sure most of you are probably familiar with him. But he's new to the 7's Up world.
The dono.
He has completely binge-watched Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's over the last 2 weeks. Yeah. It's been insane. Dredger is the new member of the Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up crew.
Thank you.
Dredger, how you doing, man? Quick introduction,
I'm
bro.
doing. I'm
what Yu-Gi-Ohs have you seen?
I've watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. I'm actually almost finished with 5Ds in the last season, so then we're going to start. I think we said GX. I'm going to start next. But before I say anything, before I introduce myself, I want to say one thing. I know it's going to be a little controversial, but I want to get it out there. Okay. I think Swirly's better than Nick Yagi. That's just facts. I'm just going there. I think Swirly's better than Nick Yagi. I just want to put that out there. But I'm Dredge. I'll stream on Twitch. But thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I'm excited to get into this and hopefully be a contributing member.
I love the opinion. By the way, I don't disagree with Dredge. Dredge is going to give some great insight, always brings great energy. We're so thankful to have you on,
Thank you. Again, I really appreciate being here. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you've been a great friend of me for a very long time, so thank you so much for being here. We have Calibro and Pete. You guys know them. How are you boys doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Can't complain.
Good. Season 2, baby. Ready?
Happy to be
Season
here,
2.
man.
Another season.
Another season.
Another day, another dollar.
Another
as
day,
they say,
another dollar.
Pete, how you doing, man?
Dude, I'm doing good. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. I cannot complain.
Thank you
So before I get
for
into
the
general impressions of what we thought about 53, we also have our picks for 54. Yuga versus Yuro, the blonde-haired kid in a riding rush duel. That is already going to be a nightmare duel to predict. And then, of course, the 55 summary is out as well. We know who's dueling in 55. Might have to do with that guy on JC's shirt right there. So. But we will get into that later on in this show. We have to go over this episode and, of course, opening 2. And to me, the most fascinating scene about this episode was that dream sequence in the beginning. Was that foreshadowing? Was that more symbolism? Should we take it literally? We'll get into that, of course, as well. But I want to thank everyone who donated or super chatted in the last Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up podcast. I cannot tell you how much your support means to me and to all of us. So thank you guys so much. So a special thank you to Sean Gilbride, Kaio Cesar Campos, Drago Blue, Seriously Orion, T Pink Staff, TNX Rail, Zephyr, Night Fury Lover, Legendary Duels, X-Slayer, Philip Rosewood, Goose, Nicholas Horton, Shark King 101, Ice Aiden, Electric Kevin, That Man 666, Nick Schoner, Johan Udai, Dylan Adams, Jack Knight 21, Bam, K, Midnight, Betch Boy, Neos Gundam, Lee the Saxophone Beats, 10th Emperor, Limestone, Dark Emperor J, Chapel of Flapple, Adola Burst, Sonia, Haru 28, Solid Snack, Cassius, Mega Karibo, Jarek, Creamy Mimi, and Ivrea. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. 2 ways to contribute if you want to contribute monetarily. The link in the description or the super chat feature through YouTube. We are in the process of getting a soundboard, so whenever Calibro says something that we don't like, we can hit it. You'll hear the boos. So that's where we're trying to save up for now. So I want to thank you guys for your amazing support. But before I continue to ramble on, JC, you're our special guest. We're going to start with you, my friend. We're going to work our way down the table.
All right.
how did you feel about the first episode of season 2? Good first episode, mediocre. What did you think?
I thought it was alright. You know, it was just an introduction, like a reintroduction into the show again, introducing Swirly as a new character and kind of like setting things up is what it is. It's just setting certain things up, but it was casual, just chill, a chill episode. So not like super good, not necessarily super bad. It was just an okay, you know, episode just to refresh things. I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
Amen, man. Amen. Cal, your thoughts?
I'm kind of in agreement. I didn't watch the episode, and I wasn't like thoroughly like interested in everything that was going on. It was kind of just like all right, we're back at school. Rook's being Rook again. Like kind of like, you know, I'm king of the world, and everyone's just like, no, you're not. And everyone is just kind of. I feel like everyone's just kind of running around the whole episode, like in different places. And then you got Swirly here, who, gets introduced and beats Otis in the same episode, which is, you know. Normally we would think is a big feat. Now I'm starting to think maybe that's not that big of a deal. But
yeah.
Overall it wasn't a bad episode at all, but it wouldn't be in my top or anything like that.
Yeah, fair. Dredger, your first podcast, your first episode to talk about. What do you think?
I kind of agree with what JC and Cal said. I thought it was a pretty average episode. It was an introduction kind of, but what I did like is that there's little parts like, you know, Otis not really telling you why he you don't have proof that I saw Rush Duel. So there's little bits of it I liked. I'd like Swirly as a character. I think seeing Luke kind of Rook kind of help Swirly in the duel was kind of interesting because it's usually, you know, he's all I'm the best, and so to help another character is interesting. But
gave him the crown at the end.
Yeah, which was really nice. I'm surprised, you know, he was all about that crown for himself.
Yeah.
So, but I liked the little bits, but overall, yes, I thought it was an average episode. Good intro to see what's coming next. I'm excited for the next actual duel with. Hopefully.
Thank you for the dono.
I'm pretty hyped.
Yoda.
I'm pretty hyped. Oh, it's not Yoda? What's his name?
Yuro.
That's the same thing.
What did I say?
You said Yoda.
I want it to be Yoda.
Pete, what were your thoughts on 53?
Just like the guys here, it was okay. I mean, I know what I'm getting into when I get into like Yu-Gi-Oh anime new seasons at this point. We're just kind of no pun intended here, but we're resetting the deck. And we're going forward with whatever our new season is. I would say that this new character was a guru, whatever, Swirly.
Yeah.
He that was interesting. It reminded me a little bit of Soul Burner when he came in.
Really?
Because we had such an extensive focus on this character, it makes me think, okay, he's part of the team. He's a brand new main character now, and like this is what we're going with. Like, to dedicate a whole episode to him and the team really rallying around him and supporting him, that's just the vibe I got. Like, this is not a one-off character. Like, we're sticking with this guy for a while.
Like a team mascot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely did not get Soul, but you know what? That's why I love having this podcast.
Just a little bit. Like, obviously the characters are not the same, but like in the same way if they did the style of introduction, I'm like, okay, you're showing me as the audience that this is supposed to be a decent-sized deal. And that's what I think they were going for.
Yeah, that's fair. We're going to talk about opening 2, but I want to focus on the episode for a little longer. I have my review out. My review came out on Monday. I'm pretty much in agreement with these guys. I thought the episode felt way too much like episode 1. I thought it was very tutorial-like. And I thought it was just a kind of a get-me-by episode. It was a cool down off of the high of Yuga Rook. And you have to remember, Roman Roa and Nail Gakuto were also very, very exciting episodes. So it's a cool-down episode. It's a transitional episode. And so I really didn't mind it for that reason, but I didn't think it was, out of the park good or anything like that. Swirly is interesting, and I want to talk about Swirly for a little bit. I want to know if any of you guys got, and anyone in the chat, of course I always read the chat after these streams end, got vibes from him that could indicate him being a traitor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you guys
Thank
He is
you
very sus.
for
Okay.
the dono.
He just came out of nowhere and was like, now he's part of the crew. I don't know. It was just weird.
Like, if you think about until the duel, what words did he say? He didn't say many words.
He literally couldn't say anything
Yeah.
but Swirly and then he gets put in the duel and he's like, oh,
and they start
summon,
dueling,
bang, and it's like,
yeah, bro.
oh.
Yeah, so there's, I don't know, his character's interesting.
It also seemed, and this was probably something that I thought was a little concerning for the traitor aspect. He lives in Goha City, you would imagine, or he's supposed to live in Goha City. And when he duels Otis, he clearly doesn't know what a rush duel is. Even though Goha City is the birthplace of rush dueling, and you would imagine that you probably would have heard by now what rush dueling is.
Yeah.
Right? When he duels against Otis, he draws only one card, and not the full 5 he's supposed to draw. And that could have just been for comedic gag, but I think there's something to be said there about a character this deep into the show who has clearly no idea how the rules of rush dueling works. That makes me think that maybe he's from an outside territory and was seeing rush duels play out for the first time. And now that could just mean, oh, well, maybe he was to himself and doesn't look at anything. But I don't know.
Possible.
There's something more there. Was there anything else that kind of caught your eyes when it came to Swirly?
Like, yeah, he's interesting. A little bit sus.
Did you get sus vibes?
Not really.
Okay.
Can I see him being the traitor? Sure, right? Because it's a character that came out of no. It's like when you're watching like a standard.
Thank
cop procedural
you
show, right?
for
Like
the
character that stands
dono.
out. They're usually the killer, right? So I think you could easily look at Swirly in that case. I don't know. I just think he's innocent, and I think this was a way of the writers going, "Hey, we're remaking episode 1 in some ways. The new people maybe we're bringing in for the new season, and they're just like." This is how you play. We're going to have it, said through the way of this kid not knowing what to do because there might be fans out there that don't know what to do here with Rush Duels. I think it was just a prototype kind of setup once again in a reboot.
Yeah. What do you think?
One thing I'll say is that if you remember the end of 52 and that kind of silhouette they show of all the characters at the end, the 6 people, there was a very short character at the end.
Swirly.
So
Has to be.
if you look at Swirly's height in the first episode of this season compared to the rest, he's very, very short.
Well,
Remember, shows do stuff to get your attention all different ways. So
he won't agree with you on that, Dredge, because he's pushing that bullshit theory
The
about the
little girl
girl in
thing?
episode 2. Remember on the phone that
her.
called Mr. Gohan? He's convinced.
it is.
What if
That could
Swirly
be
and
it.
that girl are the same person?
Oh my god.
Well, it was like the same shape and size.
I don't know.
No,
More or
so
less.
there is a character on the episode 54 cast list that is President Drone/Doll. They are voiced by the same character. I have a feeling the Doll was the character on the ship with the Goha siblings. Mr. Goha was probably on the ship as like an extra AI. But we'll get into that with 54. So that's why I believe Mr. Goha was the one on the ship at the end of 52. But I could be wrong about
The
that.
helmet or Mr. Goha? Like, what would we say?
Well, the Doll character
doll
that he
character.
also
Okay.
voices.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I could be wrong about that. I mean, it could also be the little girl. I'm happy you brought that up, Pete. It could be. I don't disagree with you there. It could be the little girl from episode 2.
He did not.
No, I want to talk. I want to talk to JC, and I want to talk to everyone here who has watched Zexel. These 3 have not watched Zexel. Did you get any sort of, not at the same level, of course, Vector vibes? JC's a huge Zexel fan.
Yeah.
Vector being the first one that came, and then of course the
In the-
twist with the main group.
Yeah, it's very similar. Where spoilers. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't want to spoil.
No,
it
no,
for
No,
you
you
guys.
can do it. I'm not gonna
Don't
remember.
forget,
Dude.
don't
You're
But
good.
anyway, yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of
forget it.
similar to like where there was this new character introduced in season 2 in the second half
Right.
of Zale,
Right.
literally in the first episode,
Right.
and he was also kind of like. We find out that he was kind of like pretending to be like innocent the whole time and pretending to not know how to duel and all that stuff, and then we find out later who he really is, and like it was like a crazy like reveal.
Great reveal.
Yeah, it was
Phenomenal.
crazy. So, yeah, I would say that's. I do find it kind of weird that Swirly doesn't know like anything that's going on.
Right.
But then again,
Wait,
I
no.
think it could make sense because if that character, that silhouette character on the ship, that little character was Swirly, then obviously Swirly's been in space. So
Yeah.
clearly he wasn't on Earth to see rush duels happening.
Right.
But yeah, I do think there's some suspicion there because there are similarities.
Thank
with,
you for
what
the
his name is.
dono.
Yeah, Ray, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Ray Shingetsu.
Ray Shingetsu, Shingetsu and Swirly. So it could lead to that. I think so. It's possible, and I think it's just kind of weird, just how it's done, and it's a weird little alien thing. Like his color changes with his emotions and stuff like that, and all that. Like
He's a chameleon.
he's oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
think of that. Yeah,
but that's not human.
It's just a suit. It's a suit.
The suit changes.
Yeah,
color.
We don't
gonna
have
let
my
you- I'm not gonna let you shovel theories today. We're not
Hold
doing
on.
that today.
First of all, it's the first episode of the season. I think we have to.
That's why I'm cutting you. I'm cutting you right
So,
off.
well,
at the beginning.
you haven't even heard my Vrain's apocalypse theory based
Oh
on the
yeah,
opening
you haven't heard
sequence.
that one
Right.
yet. Get
So
ready.
anything-
We're
I
gonna have
brought that
free
up.
stream
Great
today.
theory, great
For
theory.
the
Chat, hang on.
dono.
Hear me out. Do we have technology on Earth that's publicly available to children where you can wear a shirt where the shirt changes color based on your inner emotions?
It's Yugioh.
But why doesn't anyone else in the world?
It's a show. Anything could happen. There's a freaking robot on the moon.
That's the first thing I thought.
Oh my
There's
God.
a robot on the moon. Anything could happen, really.
This man's got some points.
I know. Thank you. Thank you.
man.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. I've always believed in that.
You're creating the fire.
But yeah, I won't like discredit. I won't like say like it's not possible that Swirly's a traitor, but I could see it happening. But even if he's not, that's fine too. But, yeah, I could see it happening. I do see the similarities with Shingetsu and Swirly pretending to be innocent and kind of fragile and weak and all that stuff and getting close to the group, and then eventually we find out later. So it could happen.
Yeah, we'll see. His sequence mirrors in the opening the sequence of that silhouetted monster, which I thought was very fascinating as well.
Which sequence?
In the opening 2, you see Swirly, the camera's panning to the bottom left to the top right, and then the next sequence is the shadow monster right after it.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if there's any tie in there, but I thought that was pretty interesting that those two shots were done very similarly. I want to switch the topic here to Otis, who continues to remain maybe the most fascinating character in this show, at least atop the Ray, in my opinion. His meaning, his motivations, what his true intention here is.
I would say he's number one, but continue.
I would say he's number one as well. But I think everyone would probably put him top 3 in terms of just sheer mystery. He loses another duel. It doesn't really mean anything for me personally because I think his game here revolves around losing duels. I don't really understand why he went at the angle of, oh, you have no proof that I did it, when he clearly did it, unless maybe someone was forcing his hand. Maybe there's a power in this universe that's even stronger than him that forced him to uninstall Rush Duels. He seemed pretty happy when he was doing it, when he said real-time Rush Duel uninstall, so I don't know if that's true. We see another Otis duel, another Otis episode, which I was not expecting. I don't think any of us were. Thoughts on Otis here? I mean, what do you make of Otis at this point in the story? Bad guy, good guy, neutral? You have a theory. You go.
In terms of good or bad, I'm not sure because he's kind of one of those questionable ones. But
as gray as you can get right now.
He's as gray as you can get. He made an interesting comment when he was like, when Yuga questioned him too, other than like you have no proof. He was like, oh, I forgot what he said. I think he's like, oh, well, what are you complaining about? Like, I uninstalled it, but you were able to reinstall it and make it better than before. So like, what's the problem? Like, I don't get what the problem is. So and during the season finale, one of the things that I thought of the most was like, what if Otis is obviously always 5 steps ahead, and I do think he's always at least 1 or 2 steps ahead of Yuga, obviously.
Okay.
Like, Yuga's just catching up. Like, he's still the smartest character on the show, or one of them, but like Otis is way ahead, and he's obviously been like literally manipulating the story since the beginning, since even Yuga was a kid. Like, he's been controlling everything. So yeah. I feel like Otis was smart enough to realize that Yuga would find a way to reinstall it. And I think that was also a part of the plan. He wanted to uninstall it so that way Yuga would reinstall it and then make it better.
I know. I don't fully disagree with you there. Yuga makes it better, and maybe whatever Yuga made it better for, that's what is going to allow them to defeat the Goha siblings. Maybe Otis knew. Remember, Otis was a former Goha employee and a very good hacker. Maybe he learned of the existence of the Goha siblings, knew that they were going to come to Earth, and when that happened, shit was gonna hit the fan. And the only way that they were going to be able to defeat the Goha siblings was if he uninstalled so Yuga could reinstall and they can upgrade the game. Maybe that's the angle. There's still the theory that Otis is working with the Goha siblings. Otis is such a wild card, which I think they've written him so well up until this point for that reason. Do you guys have any thoughts on Otis here? Any theories?
Otis, like you said, is intriguing. I don't really get him. Like, I felt like he was just, like, used as, like, a pawn of introduction for Swirly this episode.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like him defeating Otis really had no meaning in terms of, like, how we always like to say, oh, like a quality win or something like that.
Yeah, no.
Like, it's just kind of him being introduced to the group and gaining Rook's trust to join his kingdom, as Rook calls it. and gives him one of the other crowns because he's still wearing the one on his head, but he gives him Roman's crown or Gakuto's crown or whatever. Because he's not gonna do one of these. He's not gonna take that off. But Otis, I don't think, all in all, I don't think he is like the end all be all villain. I think he's on like his own path, and he's just kind of trying to figure out who can help him benefit to do what he needs to do. But like ultimately, I still think he's trying to help like Yuga.
So you think you put him in good? You both put him in good guy, right?
I would put him closer to good guy than bad guy.
Okay, Dredge. You agree?
I'm very neutral. I'm still unsure because there's times like he shows up as a hologram, right? And there's times he shows up in person.
Right. I think this was a hologram.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
He came out of the grave. He's one of those like.
Right. That's right.
So where is he that he's come? Well, at times he's a hologram. At times he's there. Like what's he doing behind the scenes that we're obviously not seeing? I lean more towards bad guy. Very small. I'd be like 55 bad, 45 good.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's just. Again, I mentioned the part where he said, "Oh, I didn't. You can't prove it. You made a good point with that." And then he kind of plays it off like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking
It helped you, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's like, if he was a good guy, still, why wouldn't he just be like, "Yeah, I was trying to, that's what I was trying to do." Like JC said, "Oh, I was trying to get you to like to remake it better, to fix the system." Why wouldn't you own that if you want to be a good guy?
And he doesn't warn them about the Goha siblings coming.
Not at all.
Which I thought was interesting because he's warned them about threats before.
Yes.
The true purpose of the tournament. Which ended up maybe being him.
Yeah.
He's right, which is funny. But he's warned them about threats before.
Yeah.
And he did not say anything that could have been hypothetically puzzling about the Goha siblings. I think Otis is more villainous here, to be honest. I think he's more his own agenda. I don't know if he's necessarily working with the siblings, but I think whatever he's doing is for his own agenda, and I think he's more evil. What do you think, Pete?
I don't think he's an outright villain.
Okay.
I think he definitely serves his own agenda, but I think he serves it through Yuga and the gang, in the sense that he realizes he can't be the one to take down this threat. Maybe he doesn't have enough power, or he can't be seen on that kind of world stage because of whatever happened in his past. And so I think he knows these real leaders of Goha are coming.
Yeah.
And everything he's done, from the setup of the tournament to uninstalling to reinstalling, all of that I think he's playing 4D chess. He knew Yuga was going to reinstall it with Nail. Yeah. He knew it was to add something to the game that I think will ultimately help them down the line against these next adversaries.
Yeah. So we're pretty split then. We're pretty split. Dredger and I lean a little bit more evil intentions. Yeah. You guys feel he's more own agenda. I think we all agree he's on his own agenda, but you feel he's more helpful than...
I still feel like Otis's end game is against Goha. Like, clearly, he's against Goha. Like, and the Goha siblings, obviously, he knows they're coming. I would assume so. Yeah. And I feel like all of this is part of his orchestrated plan to disrupt Goha. And obviously, Goha isn't just like this drone. Like, they're aliens. They're, like, in space. It's much bigger than we think it is. It's, like, way bigger. So, clearly, he knows all this stuff. And he knows so much more than he's letting on. Like, he knows a lot. And he's driving everything on purpose. But I think the enemy is still Goha.
But you know what you could counter that with?
Okay.
You know what's fascinating, and this is a theory in itself. If Yuga, who he's trying to manipulate more than anyone else, Yuga could be a Goha sibling.
Could be, yeah.
But, I mean, come on, you saw the shot in the opening, which we haven't gotten to yet. Yeah. That silhouette looks a hell of a lot like Yuga.
Yes, but so that's what I think. But see, the fact that Yuga knows nothing about it makes me think, what if he has, like, this evil twin or something?
So you believe the twin theory? Because that's a theory I've seen.
I'm leaning towards
you're leaning twin theory.
Who's your main protag in the show?
Yuga.
Okay, so how are you gonna have Yuga? I mean, it would be something totally. Don't get me wrong. I would not so be mad because it'd be exactly very unique. And I've always said the best thing about a show is when I am like, oh crud, that just happened. Like I like to be like, oh crud, I was wrong. Yeah. Good. I don't want to be right. Yeah. That makes it much more interesting of a show. So imagine if he was, that'd be great. But at the same time, that silhouette, you're right, does look really similar. But at the same time, I think, why would you lay all your cards out in front of your viewers in the first episode of the season? Why? Here you go. Here's what's gonna happen. Here you go. Enjoy the show.
Well, I think to get us talking about this, because it might not be.
That's fair, exactly. But that's exactly the point. Like, they're trying to make you think. So it looks like Yuga. Wait, why would they do that to us? Now they're making us overthink. Are they giving it to us? So I like the kind of cat and mouse we're playing with our heads in a sense. Like they want you to think, they want us to keep watching and be interested. Obviously, I think they're doing a great job of that. Even though, as we said, the first episode was mediocre. Just leaving that point, you're like, and then riding rush duels next. You got a lot of things like, ooh, what's gonna happen next? How are they gonna build on this?
Yeah, and Dredge, to your point, this entire podcast could be just called Overthinking Yu-Gi-Oh! And
Yeah,
it would still fit the bill very easily.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So you definitely need to understand when there's
You
something
want
that
to
can
hear
let
at
us
the beginning of
overthink.
the show with him with a chameleon suit? That was a point of contention of, have you ever seen that in real life? There's mechanized robots walking around.
Well,
He's not wrong. I
that's
haven't
what
seen a
we
chameleon
said.
suit.
You know Boston Robotics.
Right. Okay.
They have,
have
like-
you ever seen a Yugioh suit in real life? Have you seen anyone wear any?
I
of those?
watched Mad Max.
Have you seen it in real life though?
Well,
That was the question you asked. Would that be no? Okay. So then anything can exist here, right?
well, Mad Max was based
Yeah.
off a true story, wasn't it?
Um,
Wasn't it based off like?
You better hope it wasn't.
Also, Pete, to your point of being on the side of where, like, Otis might be
myself up.
on his
I
own
could
path,
tell.
but maybe leaning good rather than villain. He has to be if he's future Yuga, right? He's trying to help himself
Saying,
out.
man.
You're gonna go back to
Help
future
himself
Yuga
out.
theory. Oh,
No. Oh my God, we did too many Yugas. We have the Goha sibling Yuga. We have
Evil
the regular
twin,
Yuga,
bro.
evil twin Yuga.
Bro, there's a lot
Otis,
of Yugas.
Future
Their
Yuga.
time travel is.
What they're not
God.
telling you is Yuga's been cloned over 1,000 times. They're
Oh
just
my
not telling you
God.
how to
Palpatine.
He's
God.
He's not one of a kind. I'll tell you
There's
that.
one other thing that I want to talk about in this episode.
Let's do it.
The beginning of this show starts with the Goha robot and Yuga having a dream with Roman, him, and Gakuto and Rook controlling this robot as they're running up a staircase with Otis at the top of the staircase.
Episode
Yuga
one.
then hits his head and he wakes up from the dream. We learn later that that giant robot is the key to Rush Duels even being able to exist. Yuga has a dream at the start of this season as well, in this episode, that is much more apocalyptic and much more dark, where Rook says, the fated day is here, and Roman says, this is the end, as a huge meteor is about to crash down on Goha City. There was something that I found very fascinating about that scene. Number one, Goha City was already destroyed. That meteor was just finishing it off. In that shot, Goha City already looked like a wasteland, and that meteor was finishing it off. The other thing is the scene's message. Rush dueling is going to allow us to live through an end-of-the-world threat. Rush dueling is going to allow us to persevere through what could otherwise be the end of the world and the end of days. That's the message of that dream. I don't know if the comet symbolizes the Goha siblings' arrival, and the Rush Duel robot symbolizes Rush Duels and the tool that they will use to fight off the Goha siblings. I don't know if the Goha siblings are coming to try and alert people that Rush Dueling is going to bring about the end of days, and that's what that comet is. Perhaps it's a real comet. I don't know what to make of that scene, but I don't believe that is a throwaway scene at all. I think you'd have to be very, very, I think, foolish to make nothing of that scene, to have that kick off the season. I think that scene has significant meaning. I just don't know if it's a literal scene, if it's a symbolic scene, and I don't know what the scene really, truly represents. But what did you make of that scene?
Let me throw this at you.
Okay.
This just popped in my head.
No.
What if, like, villains are never villains in their own mind, right? They're heroes of their own story. What if Goha's real leaders here are not happy with how things have been going, how Goha actually has tried to take advantage of Rush Duels and use it to their own device and market it so they can make money? What if they're still like everyone else and they want to they see Rush Duels as that eventual end of the world, whatever scenario they're running. And so in their mind, they're coming down here to save everyone and eliminate Rush Duels.
Right.
What if it's something like that?
It could be.
Kind of similar to, well, I don't want to spoil it for people. In 5Ds. Like,
Yes.
fine.
I know exactly what.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
I
I'm
know
on
you
the
do.
last season,
he's about
so
to start
don't
the final
do it.
season. Yeah.
No, I
Go,
started
yeah.
it,
But I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Well, villains never view themselves as villains. And I don't think that I think these Goha siblings are going to be serious, but I don't think that they're going to be evil. I don't think they're going to be here to try and bring about the end of the world. We also have to remember, Goha is a very controlling company. They control what you wear. They control what rations you get. That was said at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, they've kind of strayed away a little bit.
They haven't
from that.
focused on that insane aspect
I
of
think
the government.
it's also because Mimi is taking over, so I think
That's
the
true.
company's lost a little bit of direction.
Yeah, I agree, and that's why the siblings are coming. But what did you think of that dream sequence?
I thought it was interesting. I mean, again, I guess I don't have the analytical skills as you guys. You haven't watched as many shows, so for me to really know what's going on, I don't know. I'd like to think, obviously, it's going to play a very interesting role. It's just a matter of how you're going to bring about it. Is it going to be this? Is it going to be this arc? Is it going to be the next arc? Because, again, as you said, that foreshadowing of that first, episode that we ever watched of Sevens. And then now they're bringing up another dream. He's had dreams throughout. I think in some of the episodes, I feel like he's had a few dreams, but none to that extent. So I'm not sure where they're gonna go with it. I think that robot, as you said, though, is gonna be pretty important. So I'm excited to see where it actually goes.
Yeah,
I couldn't give you any real info because I'm not sure.
Well, it's all theories at this point.
Yeah.
Cal, did you make anything of it? I mean, does anyone here think that that's not going to be important, that dream sequence?
Usually,
of course it is.
Okay.
Not only that, it's
So we all agree on
literally
that.
Yes.
it's maybe not exactly, but it's basically the same as the first episode. How it starts, with his dream.
Yes, but this is the dream, the dream theory itself. Yes, it's the same sequence.
It's them.
It's just the context of the dream is much darker, in my opinion, in this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's with the apocalypse aspect.
Right.
Now,
You didn't get that vibe?
No, I do. I don't know. Because if you think about it in terms of, how you were saying, you don't think that, the siblings are going to come down and, destroy the world. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But in a way, even heroes, they leave a lot of destruction behind in their path to finishing off the evil for the greater good, right?
You could say that again.
There's always the memes about Superman saved the day, but half of New York City is in ruin. So it's they could be if this is how we have to do it, and we have to face this giant rush robot that's running around stomping on buildings, you got to fight fire with fire, and I just think that if that rush robot is the way to defeat them, it's going to be chaos. Mm-hmm. So I think that's that's the kind of vibe I get from that apocalypse scene basically. Yeah. It's it's not going to be easy one way or the other.
Yeah,
it's
fair. We're coming to a war here.
Yeah,
it's easy.
I have two cool thoughts that I was thinking about. So the first thought is, I'm trying to recollect my thoughts. What was I gonna say?
Well, will you recollect?
While I recollect what?
I was going to pivot to the opening, too.
Okay. Oh, actually, I just remembered.
Okay,
perfect. So, anyway, one of the ideas that I had that's been lingering in my mind for a while is you know how Yuga's been having these dreams since obviously even the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Obviously, Otis has been leading him ever since he was a kid to kind of do this and stuff like that. So, I feel like these dreams that he's having could maybe be this could be a theory implanted memories, either memories or implanted dreams by Otis on purpose to get him to create all this stuff for the robot and all that stuff. All this stuff is being implanted into his mind and is being shown through his dreams, and that's why he's been creating rush duels and the robot and everything. Before he even knew the robot existed, he drew it. So clearly there's more to that.
Right.
So and then the other thing I thought of is in terms of that new character that's silhouetted that we don't know that looks a lot like Yuga.
Yes.
Another theory I thought of other than it being a twin or it just being Yuga is it could just be Yuga, but I think it could also possibly be maybe that's that's a future Yuga where he became kind of corrupt and evil, and then Otis is now trying to affect young Yuga to correct all that. Yeah, that's a little bit more wild, but.
Well, how many Yugas are in the show?
3.
Because I'm trying to figure that out.
How many Yugas are in the show?
Yeah, is Otis Yuga?
What if Yuga is infinite throughout time? He's everywhere.
What if we learned that Yuga was every single Yu-Gi-Oh protagonist? Would you be pissed?
I'd be pretty pissed.
What if they just rewrote the...
I'd be pretty pissed.
I would never watch another show. I'll tell you, I would just turn everything off. I'd erase it from my mind.
Let's just say we'd be taking a trip to Japan.
Okay.
But what do you think about that possible ideas? Otis knows Goha, he knows the siblings, and he knows that the leader is Yuga, so he went, let's say, back in time to affect that Yuga before he became that way to affect him and make him create rush duels and like bring out that childish, inventive side.
So I don't believe time travel is going to be an aspect of this show.
Okay.
I disagree with you there, but what I don't fully disagree with you on is that something was implanted in Yuga, maybe by Otis or by the Goha siblings, because it doesn't make sense for him to dream of this dual rush robot before rush duels were even a thing. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how did he know? I don't know. There's just something deeper there. And now he has this vision. Yeah. There's something deeper there.
It was divine inspiration.
Divine inspiration.
Well, if you really want to be technical, what is imagination?
Imagination is...
Imagination.
How are you imagining something that's not real?
Well,
or is it just that...
I mean, Calibre imagines himself with Selena Gomez all the time.
Both of us are real.
Well, yeah, but that's not. So I'm...
Damn.
So I'm trying to figure this out.
Truth.
So what were you? So did I answer your question?
So no, not even remotely close. Like I don't. Like imagination. What made someone think of Yu-Gi-Oh as a whole, right?
Right.
So where is this robot idea coming from inside of Yuga's head? Where is it coming from?
That's
right.
You know.
That's
so
why.
That's the question.
So you can see it some weight there.
So,
that some memories got implanted.
Yeah, it's possible, but I just if Otis is Yuga from the future.
No, well that's Pete's theory. I don't know if I agree with that one. But that'll
he never agrees with it.
No,
well, he's
that's
not
true.
to. You can't.
Well, let's talk about the chameleon suit. No, so
the chat wants to buy you again.
The chat wants to buy me. What do they want?
Pie you.
Oh,
again.
pie me.
Oh,
well,
pie you again.
No, well, that's
what kind of pie did you use for the pieing?
Apple.
That was.
It
Dude,
hurt.
what do you mean?
It
It's a
hurt.
cream pie. You don't that's not meant to be thrown in
Yeah, I've
your
never been hit in the
face.
face with a pie before, so
Dude.
I didn't know.
You guys actually hit him in the face with an apple pie.
Entame
did not.
did.
Oh,
Aura
we
did.
did.
And actually, Aura, who works on Entame subs, she did the, does the subs for the
This was
episodes.
last week?
Yeah.
I gotta check this
She
out.
texted me.
great.
Is it?
She texted me and said, "Tell Dredger he's 100% right. Swirly is way better than Nick Yagi."
No.
And that, I swear to God, and that is the person who subs the show. So Dredger's already getting bonus points.
But you know what's awesome though, dude? This is your first show here on the podcast.
Yes.
And it's gonna be your last show on the podcast.
I know, isn't that crazy? Like, I'm having such a good time, and then Dill's going to be
boy.
like, you hit next month, be like, oh, what time, Dill?
By the way, I want you to know now Entame has said more nice things about your opinions on sevens than anything about mine.
Well,
so
that's not really surprising.
that's pretty impressive.
I'm proud of you guys. Thank you so much.
yeah, keep spamming pie in the chat. Pie in the chat.
I wrote type pie,
Cream pie.
if you want Dylan to get hit with a pie.
Cream
again.
pie.
There's a lot
Cream
of pie
pie.
in there.
Dill,
Like that.
an apple pie is like.
It hurt.
Yeah, they want to hurt
She
you.
hit me very hard.
They want to hurt you.
Usually,
She said to me I was trying to hurt her.
Usually, if it's like a pie with the whipped cream on top, it doesn't hurt. It just gets all over your face.
Well, that's what happened. Yeah.
I mean,
All right,
bad.
we are
Why did you-
before we get to some donations and anything super chats and all that stuff from you lovely people. I do want to talk about opening 2. Quick thoughts: visual, music. Did you like it, and do you like it more than opening 1? What are your thoughts? We'll start with you, JC. And of course, we're going to talk specifically about Utopia. I mean, is Yuma Tsukumo coming? I don't know. Is he coming?
Let's not go crazy.
Because JC texted me the second he saw that Utopia was in the opening, he texted me and goes, "Dude, I think Yuma's coming." And I was like, "I don't know.
I didn't say
I don't
that.
know if I
Don't
agree
put
with
words
this.
in my
Yeah.
mouth.
So
I didn't say
we'll
that.
talk about Utopia and all those legacy monsters and what that might mean.
sure.
If anything.
I would
You
flip.
showed his whole
Yuma
Yuma
show.
before.
What
You
he's-
showed the whole
no,
thing.
What did you think of the opening?
All right, so I thought the opening was good. The song was great. Obviously, it was. I've been stuck with the first opening for so long. It's so catchy. It's still in my head. So I'm gonna miss that. But I still love the new song. So I have to like adjust to the new song after
So
all
you
that
get-
time of hearing na 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 rush go rush. So I have to like get back. I have to like enjoy the new one, but I like it, and the visuals were really cool. There was a lot of cool stuff they were hinting at, obviously with the siblings and everything else, and just seeing all the characters interacting and a bunch of new monsters, which I'm assuming is one new monster for each member of the siblings.
Yeah, 5 new aces for the 5 siblings.
Exactly. So that means one of them is gonna have Hope as the ace Utopia.
That's crazy.
So that
crazy.
is nuts. So I just love that cool reference. I was like, there's no way. At first I thought it was like some sort of fan art type of thing. And then it was like next to like because I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I was like opening. I'm like, wait, no, this can't be right.
Yeah.
This can't be it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then
When we reacted to it and I saw Utopia, I cursed, and I never curse in
Yeah.
videos. Like that was insane.
yeah, and it's just funny.
That's like if Stardust Dragon showed up in an opening.
Yeah.
That's what it would be like.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Exactly.
nuts. You can't underestimate the magnitude
So
of that.
I felt a lot of love there because I love
You're a
I
huge
love
Zexal,
Hope,
yeah.
I love Zale, and I love Yuma.
Yeah.
But Yuma won't pop up.
Okay.
I'm not going that far.
We'll debate that in a bit. Calibro,
no, there's no debate.
Calibro, what did you think of the opening? You like the song? You like the visuals?
I did.
Love it.
Sorry, I was drinking the water.
Well
good.
said.
You
Couldn't
good.
have
I
said it
lost
better
like my
myself.
Oh, well, thank
No,
you.
I
Judge,
did.
what'd you think?
Yikes.
I like the opening. I like the visuals. It feels like a different vibe. You know, I think Jake actually said it in chat the best. Like the first one's like no, and then the next one's like we're going to war. Like that's kind of the vibes of the
Yeah,
two different
exactly.
openings.
Yeah.
And I mean I like it. I always like a good change and still keeping it like it's not upbeat, but it's still like I still feel like there's some positivity in there.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Judger.
I really enjoyed the visuals. I like seeing all the aces. I think that the artwork is just honestly incredible.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know much about the previous shows, so not much about their like who they are and stuff. But overall, it's a good opening. I'm excited to see. And Cal made a good point. It's like I don't want to say it's like more like it's but it's more like almost intense. Like it's good. It's gonna pick up. This season's gonna be a little more. It's not gonna be as like this will be easy going until like the very end. Now it's like like this is a threat. We really have to kind of react.
Coming
to
in
this.
hot.
Yeah. Yeah. Pete,
Just like that meteor.
your thoughts?
I mean, I'm sure people know my thoughts already.
Yes.
Since we reacted.
And
to it,
actually,
but-
Pete was with me with the in-depth opening analysis.
Yeah.
So you know our thoughts. Have you had any new thoughts or changed at all?
no,
since?
actually, that ending is really growing on me.
The ending song is
It
good.
really is.
The ending song is
yeah,
good.
I enjoy it a lot. It's in my head right now.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Never looking
back. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. For me, the opening, I think song-wise is better than opening one. As much as I loved opening one song, and visual-wise, I think it blows it out of the water. I think you can debate what song you liked more. I mean, it's all subjective anyway, but I think visually, opening two, just annihilates opening one visually. Opening two is
especially visually.
phenomenal, especially visually. And obviously, all of the siblings have older monsters as their aces. We have Leviathan Dragon, which is going to be used by the red-haired kid. The not Yuden.
Yoda?
No.
That's Yuri.
Yoda.
Eugen.
Oh, Yuri.
He's gonna be dueling Rook in 55.
Yes.
He's gonna use Levia Dragon because of that shot of Levia Dragon in the sea. And that was a monster that the fishermen in GX used against Judai. Millennium Shield is a classic. I mean, the description of Millennium Shield says this shield was held by an ancient Egyptian pharaoh. So the lore there means Yami Yugi Atem used Millennium Shield as his shield in battle, which is crazy. Well, that is what it means, right?
Yeah, I mean he never used it in the
Well, he never
show.
used it in the anime, but it's implied.
Yeah,
not
I guess so.
I don't
yeah,
think
I
it's
didn't think. I
implied.
never thought of it, but yeah, sure.
No,
Well,
it's not
what other ancient pharaoh are they referring to in the description?
I don't know, man.
These are.
Don't get pulled in.
So Millennium Shield was
Don't get pulled.
so Millennium Shield was used by Yami Yugi, and then you have Gaia Katen Motena. I can't say her name, but the green-haired girl in front of the moonlight. She's another older ace that will be used by a character. You have this Eagle Jet, which is going to be used by Yuro, I would imagine.
Is that a reference to?
I don't think it is. I think that's the one that's not a reference.
It's a reference to Calibur's boy, Blood Shepherd.
Yes, it's a reference to Blood Shepherd. And then, of course,
That's not a good sign.
No.
and then of course we have
Trash
Hope.
character.
We have Utopia, which is absolutely absurd.
That was the biggest monster there. That was like highlighted.
You know a lot of these monsters, especially Utopias. You've seen
Yeah.
Zale. What do you make of this, man?
I love it. I'm just
yeah.
excited for it. I mean, it was just
Any
weird,
deeper meaning?
I think it's just a really cool reference that they're just trying to throw in there. I don't think it has to be a bigger meaning.
I'm not saying it has to be.
I know, but I just
But-
find it's just funny how like Utopia is like a baseball baseball.
There was
player.
an episode where he played baseball.
I know, that's what I
Yeah.
thought of. So clearly they're referencing that. So they're having fun with
That's
it, and I
actually
appreciate that.
They are. I mean, every
Showed it to us earlier.
every character is bringing a flavor from an older show, which is what I really like. You
Is this
have
the homage?
it could be the 20th anniversary homage. You have Yuro, the blonde-haired kid, bringing riding duels. You have the red-haired kid bringing Levia Dragon, which is a GX monster. Then you have, of course, Utopia, and then Millennium Shield, Yami Yugi. So you have all these characters bringing references from older shows.
It's just references. That's it.
Which I really do appreciate. And you wonder if there's anything deeper.
No, that's it.
Pete,
There's nothing deeper. It's very surface level.
References.
It's just
References.
It's just
references.
paying homage.
I just wonder.
I can't remember. Was Jack Atlas's D-Wheel in the museum?
It was just a thing to show of like cool.
Maybe.
This is a cool thing to throw in.
Maybe.
There's nothing deeper to it.
Maybe. Well, Dredger, what do you think?
Still, I actually have a couple.
I'm just gonna say references. Just say references. We'll leave it at that.
It's the safe option.
I have a couple thoughts.
No, it's the correct. It's the only option.
When they're in
thoughts?
trouble, right?
Yeah.
Someone's gonna need to, ride something to get away for a riding rush duel because their go kart's gonna break down. Right?
Okay.
Right.
And you just happen to be right outside the museum.
Why?
Jack
Why?
They hop in his D-wheel.
They won't fit in his D-wheel.
Well, now, what would you do? Hold on. No. What would you do if Yuro says something like, man, Jack Atlas was my idol. He inspired me.
No.
If that happens,
Yeah.
you could pie me on stream.
Oh! I second that.
If Jack
I
Atlas
second
by
that.
name gets mentioned, I can pie both of you.
No, he said if Jack Atlas.
Gets mentioned by name.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
I can pie both of you.
You pie
Okay.
both of us.
You guys, I'll get the pies ready.
I'm in
Apple.
that. No. A
gonna
pie.
use a rock
A
and-
pie with just.
A rock.
You
A
just
whipped cream pie.
Yes, a whipped cream. Thank you very much. I was
You're
having
welcome.
so much trouble. Like a whipped cream pie. That's it. That's you get. You smash it in the face, whipped cream pie.
You
Okay.
just basically put whipped cream on a paper plate and you smack
You
it in the
literally.
face
That's
with
all
it.
you gotta do.
That's all you gotta do.
It's so much easier and cheaper.
It's a little bit cheaper than a
Actually,
$20
lot
pie
cheaper.
from ShopRite.
And it's not just. I can't believe.
Not only that,
I gotta go
Next-
watch.
next-
there was
Summer,
whipped
next
cream
summer I'm
all the
renting a
way
dunk
over
tank.
there.
Next summer, we're renting a dunk tank.
Okay.
I
really looked
you
it up.
make it seem like I'm scared. I'm ready.
He really looked it up. You're the one getting dunked.
Yeah.
We're gonna be owning you.
Well, no, you're gonna
The
miss,
community's
We're gonna bring the
owning you.
stream set outside. We're gonna be the dunk tank every time
but-
you
No, we
say-
will have the stream set up outside. That's a summer.
And
event.
they're gonna watch me throw a fastball.
I'm gonna fly people in just so you can get your
heck
revenge
yeah.
on this guy.
Oh my god, yeah, we got you. Don't worry.
Revenge. I've ruined so many lives with my horrible Yu-Gi-Oh thoughts. All right. Those are our thoughts on the episode and opening 2. Of course, the discussion is not over. We are going to hear what you lovely people have to say. Do we have any on the link?
Hit the
Yes.
link.
Okay, we do prioritize the link.
Like golf.
Um,
Hit the links,
I
bro.
want to thank all of you guys again for being here. You guys are
Oh
amazing.
my gosh. Hit the link.
Never looking back.
You got a little bit to scroll there, brother.
Want to thank X-Slayer for the $2 donations. Thank you, X-Slayer. What's up, everyone? This episode for me was a meh just because it felt like a repeat of episode 1, but a bit different. Opening and ending were great to be hyped, but overall it's a bit okay. Really expect Rook to lose early so we could get a developmental arc. Is there a sign that Dylan is hating characters that are still children? Also, hashtag bring Crow to Sevens. No. Hunt, X-Slayer, thank you very much, man. You both know Crow.
Yeah.
Actually, everyone but Caliber knows who Crow is. He's the
Right there.
yeah the
Thank you for the
That one?
dono.
You love that character.
Really
don't you?
cool character design.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't have a problem with this character.
Okay.
design.
No, I was probably a great character too.
Well, okay. What do you make of Mike in this Hunt? What do you make of him in this show? You know Hunt from the Dinosaur Club.
Why do you hate on Hunt? He's not even relevant anymore.
What do you make of him?
He's short.
That's your thoughts on
Yeah,
Mike?
he's
He's short.
He's short. That's what I got.
Alright.
That's what I got for you. He's short.
All right, X-Slayer. Well, that's who X-Slayer was
Yeah, okay,
referencing.
there you go. That's the best I can do.
C. San Vaughn, thank you so much for the $2.50 donation. Appreciate that, C. Continuing the last message, since one of actually $5, thank you, C. Did anyone notice what Gakuto's VA said in the post-ending segment? Referring to Baby Dragon, this card is in the OCG, but now it's also in Rush Duels. That means what I'm trying to say is, and then stops. Continuing the last message, since Baby Dragon's primary use in the normal game is being fusion material for Thousand Dragon, do you think Gakuto's VA is suggesting fusions are coming back and other forms with the other Easter eggs, like Utopia with XZs?
Could
What do you
be.
think?
possible.
I mean, Dredge, what do you think about other methods coming to Rush
Again,
Duels?
I like the idea. I know we're supposed to get a new summoning method.
This season,
This
This
season,
arc.
this arc. So I'm intrigued about that. I like involving, bringing some of the old ones back, but you don't want, too many different ways to summon. It could get a little kind of, hectic of like, oh, one duelist uses this, one duelist uses that. So if they are going to bring something back, I'd hope they're not going to bring back fusion, maybe ritual, and you keep all these things back. It's going to take away from, I guess, rush duels and just even, maximum in a sense. So hopefully they don't go too crazy with it, but it would be interesting to see something new, I think. But I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
We will have to wait and see. But, I didn't get that from that, but hey, you know what? Maybe. You think XZs are coming?
No.
He's gonna
keep
cut
asking
you
one
down.
of those.
What about the overlay units, bro?
That's just a reference.
Those are
man.
baseballs.
Those are baseballs, bro. Glowing.
Have you ever played baseball?
Yes.
Yes.
I asked them.
I have, yes, but not
I asked him.
like
Okay.
professional.
And they float around.
This is an anime, bro. These are monsters.
Wait, what about the chameleon suit you were talking about a couple minutes ago? What was that?
Can somebody,
I'm just kidding.
Can somebody get
I'm
whipped
just
cream in
kidding.
a paper plate?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good tonight, baby.
You're feeling something.
Utopia's here. Utopia's here.
Getting trash.
Thank you.
That is
Thank you so much, Sasha and Vaughn. I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but thank you. Curry Boy, thank you for the $1 donation. These streams are the only reason I know what's going on in Sevens. Been watching your channel since Arc 5. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Curry. What's amazing is there are a lot of people who followed Vrains and followed Sevens just by watching my reviews and watching these podcasts, which makes me feel I that's pretty cool.
This is the #1 Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens podcast in the world.
Not
He's
number
right.
2, right? Number
No,
one.
it's number one.
We're
Yeah,
top
that's
2.
why.
We're top 2, but we're not 2.
And I did miss a name. Thank you, Best Cowboy Nick
I'm not gonna
Yagi,
get
beginning
into
of the stream.
I'm not gonna get into it.
What'd you say? Best Cowboy Nick Yagi, thank you. I missed the name in the beginning. Limestone, thank you for the $10 donation. Well, I didn't really enjoy the episode. I enjoyed Tiger's and Rook's relationship. Really liked the new opening and liked the callback in the ending with Rook and Kaizo replacing Serena and Shingo. Yeah, did Rook punch Kaizo in the ending? I don't even remember that.
I don't remember in this episode.
Yeah, well, obviously Shingo and Serena. I remember ending 4 where Serena decked Shingo in the face.
Yeah,
I don't remember that Limestone.
I have to go back
I think
and
she
look.
did deck him when they dueled in the tournament. I think she did punch him.
Well, in the ending, she punched him too. In ending 4, when they're
Okay.
laying on the grass and Shingo goes in to kiss her and she punches him in the face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Actually,
remember
no, I was
that.
thinking about
Sounds
Yugo.
aggressive.
Yugo and Serena when they dueled. She
Yes,
did
you're
punch
thinking
him.
about
them off.
Yugo.
Yeah, I was
Shingo.
thinking
Chad's
Shingo.
away, bro.
It's Shingo. Yeah.
I got to go back and watch that Limestone, but that whole final segment
that's a good-
was a reference to ending 4 of Arc 5. The ending 2 of
whoa.
Sevens shows them all laying on grass, that was a speaking reference, right, to Arc 5. You felt that? You're the only one that's seen Arc 5 ending 4 on the panel.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, definitely felt that was a reference.
Where's my calling reference?
Calling? The one spin-off that has gotten the least... No, I'm actually not being a douche in this case. The one... this time. The one show that has gotten definitely the least amount of love is Vrains,
No.
easily.
Nail has Cybers.
But that's the only thing I can think of.
exactly.
Arc 5
But that's something.
Yeah, but... Well, no. I'm not saying it hasn't gotten anything. I just think
Okay.
it's gotten the least. Arc 5's gotten the Odd Eyes dragon cat that Schrodinger used.
Yes.
Now they have a speaking reference here. I think there was another Arc 5 reference as well. Zexel has Utopia coming.
Yeah.
And Zexel, there was another Zexel reference as well early on that I just can't remember. 5Ds had Jack Atlas's D-Wheel. Now it's got Riding Duels coming next week.
What about GX? What references are there from
What's
GX?
that new monster
Yeah,
coming?
GX is kind of weird. What?
It's the monster coming from that show.
Yeah,
Oh,
Levia.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Kinda
you got
interesting.
Millennium Shield as well from Duel
I
Monsters.
feel like Cybers
Yeah.
is a good.
Well, in
enough
Duel
reference,
Monsters,
so-
you have Dark Magician, Summon Skull, all those era
Thank
monsters.
Just see a
you
couple people
for
said
the
earlier that
dono.
If Decode Talker showed up in the opening, you would have dropped the show.
All right. Here we
Yeah.
go.
He wasn't the biggest Vrains fan.
You actually put it lightly this time.
I did put it lightly. Seriously,
it's early on in the show.
seriously, Orion, thank you for the $5 donation. I enjoyed the setup for what it was. Duel was a bit tutorial-y, but Swirly is endearing enough. Hope Yuga's noted fears come back. Love that scene. He was afraid of a ladybug. As usual,
Yeah, that
Tiger
was
put
That
Luke.
was
Interesting.
random.
That
Yeah.
was funny.
Tiger put Luke in his place by airing his cringy self-insert fanfiction. Love it. The Luke Man. That was one of the funniest parts of the episode.
Wait, can we talk
Call
about
me by
that?
my name.
I'm pretty sure,
the
like,
Luke Man.
I'm pretty sure Tiger killed someone in this episode. I mean, like,
Oh, yeah,
every
still on
time.
that.
Wait,
He's still
wait,
on
what?
that scene.
when
Wait,
she
listen to this.
screamed at that one person, I
Yeah.
mean, that
They
person went
flew
over
off
the
screen.
building.
Yeah, they
I mean,
flew
that
off
guy,
screen.
He's got a serious
gravely
head
injured.
injury. He's like,
And then
he's
there's
in
another
for it.
line where I think she's implying it to her brother, where
Oh,
she's like,
silence
"Yeah,
him."
well, I can silence him if you want."
Oh
I'm
no,
like,
she was.
chill.
Yeah, no,
out.
she's getting more bold.
Like, I know that's what it ended up coming to with
Yeah.
the Luke Man thing, but when she said it, I'm like, relax.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, not only that, she says, "I'm gonna silence him," and Roman goes, "Please do it, please do it." And
Yeah.
Agavicho's like,
Agavicho's
"Whoa,
like,
whoa,
no,
whoa!"
no,
Whoa,
no,
easy
way.
now,
Take
easy
it
now.
He's like, "You don't gotta kill the boy."
Tiger, I cannot express to you how much I like Tiger. Actually, I haven't talked to you, Dredge, about Tiger. What are your thoughts on her?
I love Tiger.
She's so fun.
Tiger's-
I feel like
Tiger's
she's the kind of
Tiger's
character
my
you love.
Tiger's my third favorite character.
Yeah, what's your top two?
Blup Blup and Swirly. I'm dead serious.
Oh.
I'm absolutely I'm dead.
So
the most-
Flash, Umiko, Blub.
No, the
Oh,
Blup.
Sweet Kakako.
Thank you, Sweet Kakako.
Yeah, Sweet
Sorry, not
Kakako.
Blup Blup.
I respect Sweet Kakako.
Yeah.
And then what's your second again?
Swirly.
Thank you, Sim Sweet Chicago.
And then Tiger. And then the main characters
So,
right
so
after that.
the most relevant.
I'm being
main
dead. I'm not even
character
like,
is,
I'm not even trying to crack a joke here.
That's why we have him on the team. I love it.
funny.
You don't like Sweet Kakako? See?
I love
I'm
I love
glad
Sweet
this is a
Kakako.
trial period of like you on the show.
Oh.
Bring in some other test subjects.
Adola Burst, Maddie, holy shit,
Oh.
man.
She said, "Please make it painful." That's what Roman said.
That's right. Thank
That's
you
even worse.
for the $50 donation.
Maddie.
Maddie, thank you so
Maddie.
much, dude. I'm not sure if he's still
Maddie.
watching. I killed off his Pokemon many times last night on Twitch. Hope you all have fun in AC tomorrow. I'll be over here stuck at work again until 3 a.m. We wish Maddie could have
Yeah,
came.
we wanted
Yeah,
you there, buddy.
Maddie.
See you all in 3.5 weeks. We will see you then, Maddie.
Yes.
Right.
I
Maddie
gotta
will
watch
be,
JJK.
he will be on the channel probably for an After Dark. Hopefully most of us can make
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So that will be very, very exciting. Maddie, that is an insane donation. $50. Love you, man. Thank you for
It's a
everything you've
weekend
done.
he's coming, right?
It is coming on a weekend, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
The Pokemon Go Fest weekend.
Cool. That one.
Yeah.
Yo, we
So-
gotta go. What are we doing for Go Fest? Oh, it's wrong.
We'll
stream.
just
Yeah,
Too
do
late.
something.
Yeah, my bad.
Maddie, thank you so much. Entame, thank you for the $1 donation. Dylan's pushing his soul burner theory again with Swirly. Remember the last time that happened?
I do.
I don't.
They do.
What, can someone tell me? What happened?
Soul Burner came into the show around at the beginning of the second season of Reigns. I thought he was going to be a traitor. He was not a traitor.
He
There
was
was
the
that
best
one.
character. in
There
the
was
entire
that
show.
one shot Entame in the opening where he doesn't have a shirt on and he's like sweating. Remember that shot? That shot made me think that he was going to
I
be.
don't remember that shot at all.
You remember that shot?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, right before
And
the
why
chorus
would that
hit.
make you think like he's a villain?
I thought that shot was out of place.
What if he was just
looked-
working out at the gym?
No, he
was working up a sweat.
his face was very distressful, and it was right after the Yusaku Kusanagi
Have
splitting
you ever
scene.
been to the gym?
I haven't. I don't.
It can be a
God.
distressing, stressful process sometimes.
Also, Dylan, I don't think he was shirtless. I don't know where you got that one in there.
I don't think he was. I don't think you could do that.
Maybe that's what you wanted
Yugioh.
to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're seeing something else. I don't know what kind of
Yeah.
website you're
What kind
on.
of
Wait,
site do you
Wait,
on?
was,
Yeah.
was Soul Burner in opening 2 shirtless or not?
That was not Crunchyroll. That was something else.
Look it up. Look it up. I'm pretty sure he was.
Yeah, I agree. In Dylan's mind, he's
Yeah,
shirtless.
he's shirtless.
Yeah, I don't think in real
He's a
life.
good-looking
Like,
guy, but like, I don't think he was shirtless.
like, look,
Hold
I'm
on.
a Soul Burner
Hold on.
fanboy, and I know he wasn't shirtless.
Hold on, look it up. But anyway, that was why I thought he was going to betray the team. So, Ivory, also, how you doing tonight? Thanks for coming by.
Jesus.
Entame, thank you for pointing that out. I've been wrong before.
You've
Okay?
been wrong. Like,
You're wrong all the time.
Like
Maybe a
way
couple
too
times.
often.
Have
for
you
a
been
guy that
right
has
before?
A Yu-Gi-Oh channel.
I've been right.
Oh, that's a good question. Have you?
Yes, I said Sweet Skakaka would be working for Goha Double Sex.
She wasn't.
She was.
Wow, yeah, what a groundbreaking
She did.
prediction.
She was.
I have to agree with
She
Dylan.
was.
I'm on Dylan.
Thank you.
You also said that Yuga would draw no result in the first duel of the entire show, so.
Well, we'll see how you pick.
Wait, what did you pick in the first episode?
Yeah, you said the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Now we
we
gotta
call that the Applebee's pick.
Now we gotta wear our varsity jackets to
They all
Applebee's.
have-
I really need to be here. This
Cassius, thank you for the $3 donation.
I know
Theory,
that one.
Swirly is
I
not a
know that
traitor.
one,
Swirly is a dual monster. P.S. If you must keep Hani Wah Wah Wah, turn it down at least, please.
That would be crazy
I'll turn
if
it
somehow
down.
Swirling was a dual monster.
Yeah.
What?
That's some spirit world shit right
Yeah,
there.
it doesn't make sense.
I don't know how that would work.
I don't know.
I don't know. Dark Emperor J, thank you for the $1 donation. What if instead of beating Rook to show their power, they beat Nail first? Also, what if the Goa kids are not actually kids, but adults who look like kids? I don't think I'd like
them
that.
Mimi.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like they were like
I wanna
Mimi.
keep
For
them
the dono.
I don't think-
yeah.
Don't they seem like more like teenagers to you guys, or they do seem more like adults? What do you think?
They seem
They
more
could be
like
like
kids.
15.
Yeah,
teens,
I would think they're like I don't think they're.
They're coming
really,
in here to beat up the freshmen.
I should have.
I mean,
Pete, I should have had that poster back.
I know, dude. You get it. Try again.
I could get it. Now that's just like an intimate thing.
Am I also losing my mind, by the way? Was there a seriously Orion one over there on the link, or I'm just losing it? Because that's possible.
There was. I think he read it.
It was good?
Yeah, I read it.
Yeah.
Tutorially. Yeah, thank you,
Cool.
seriously. Thank you, Dark Emperor. And Ivrea, thank you for the $2 donation. Hey, everyone. Ivrea, thank you for being here.
I love that she
We
doesn't
appreciate
watch
it.
this show, but she's been here
a lot
two
of credit.
consecutive weeks.
Yeah.
A lot of credit, man.
Crazy amount of credit.
Yeah,
Crazy amount of
it's
respect. Ivrea, thank you so much. Limestone, thank you for the $5 donation. My favorite characters from each series, Kaiba, Manjome, Bruno, Vector, Shun, honorable mention Shingo, Vrain's Revolver, and so far Seven's Rook. What is everyone else's favorite, if you want to answer? I'll go through mine real quick. Well, actually,
From each series.
Kaiba I would disagree with. Chaz I would disagree with. Bruno is up there for me, but not my favorite. Yusei is my favorite from 5Ds.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Vector, Zexel. Vector might be, actually.
Vector's
Vector is
great.
phenomenal. Arc 5 Shun, I would put Reiji. I'd put Shun at number 2. Honorable mention Shingo. Shingo's not in my top 10, but that's fine. Revolver, I would put... Yeah, Revolver's number 1 for me. And then Sevens, I would not say Rook.
What'd you say?
I would say for Sevens right now, if I had to rank... Well, did he say best or favorite? Because there's a difference.
I think it's your favorite characters from each series.
Favorite from each series right now in
Roman
Sevens
for Dylan.
is probably Yuga.
Really?
Or Roman. Yeah.
Or Roman.
Yeah, I figured Roman was up there.
Yeah. It's probably.
Not saying. Thing.
Gakuto's probably up there as well.
Really?
Very surprising. I've loved Gakuto.
Yeah?
Loved Gakuto.
Do you like his deck? Is that what? I feel
No, you know, I like his I just like his honor and I like his style of dueling and I like his character arc. I think his character arc's been really good and I loved that duel against Nail. I really did.
His style breathes Nick T to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, it does. But Nail is also great. I mean, I love Nail as well. Yeah.
That's why I don't like him.
Nail is my favorite of the 3, and then Asana and Roa would be a little further down.
So, who did you pick in the Nail versus Gakuto duel?
Draw no result. I got that one right.
Did you really?
Pete and I got it right.
Wow.
Caliber and Nick T picked
They
Nail.
cheated.
We didn't cheat. We watched the episode.
Yeah, they watched the episode and then they picked.
No, we watched.
Got him.
You set
Got
yourself
him.
up.
Got
We
him.
watched the. Never mind. But thank you guys for using the link. We have a few on the supers.
Yes.
Perfect.
Pete,
Thank
I
you.
think you missed one, if I remember correctly. So I just want to see.
On
what
a
your
link?
top- Yeah, no, on super chat. Like on
I
your
could have,
thing.
because it could have been
Yeah,
before I
so
started.
I'll read that and then you
got
can
that.
go. Sean Gilbride, 11-11.
Thank you, Sean.
Sean.
Thank you, my friend.
Am I the only one who's expecting some kind of major unexpected plot twist in the next few episodes? Or maybe major exposition dump? Either way, something big is going to happen. I can just feel it.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
No, Sean, I appreciate the donation. That's a big donation, man. I fully agree. I mean, this episode really was just nothing in terms of what's to come with the Goha siblings. We got absolutely nothing.
It was just a swirly.
It will start, I think, in 54 and continue in 55. Yeah,
Facts.
I completely agree.
I was surprised that we didn't do like everybody's favorites from like the other shows.
Oh, if you want to go, go. I just didn't want to take up too
I was
much
interested
time.
to see what JC was gonna say.
Yeah,
Me?
go.
Ooh.
I only have 3 shows. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quickly.
Yeah. Surprisingly, from Duel Monsters, there's not that many characters I'm in love with, to be honest. So from GX, I just got DM. Obviously, I like
Go.
Joey, but I wouldn't say I'm in love with Joey. I
like
him.
Joey a lot.
I like Joey a lot, but
my
I
favorite.
don't love him. Like, he's not the character I think of. Like, oh yeah, like I love that guy right away. So yeah, from GX, I love Jaden. Obviously, that's my boy.
I would agree with that.
I love Manjome. And then from 5Ds, that's a good question. I do like Yusei. He's one of my favorite characters. I love Yusei.
Yusei and Jack. For me are
Yusei and
probably
Jack,
top
yeah, they're
two.
both fantastic. Then from Zale, Yuma, Shark, Kaito, the trio. We know
Thank
that. Obviously, I
you
love
for
as
the
well.
dono.
Kaido and Vector for me are
Freaking,
top
I
two.
love Alito, Vector. Like, there's a lot of great characters in Reigns, but you know me, I'm a big fanboy. And then from Arc 5, Yuto, Reiji, Shun, and
That's my top three.
yeah, Yuto, Reiji, Shun, obviously Sawatari.
Yeah, I
know
mean, he's like top 20. I'll give you that.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, maybe, yeah. All right. And then from Brains, I guess I would love.
That's a tough one. For you.
Isaku.
Well, I already said it last week, so I liked Spectre, I liked Lightning, and Revolver.
Yeah.
Yes, those three. So those were my three favorite. And Go season 1.
And Rook right now in Sevens.
And Rook, obviously, number 1 there for me. Yeah.
Cal, you can only do Vrains, bro. Favorite in Vrains.
Soul Burner. 100%.
That's fair.
It'd be Soul Burner, and I
That
like
makes sense.
Revolver a
Yeah.
lot. I like Revolver
He's
a
a
lot,
big Soul
too.
Burner guy. Dredger, your favorite in 5Ds so
I
far.
got Duel Monsters, 5Ds, and
Yeah.
I got 7s. Duel Monsters, I'm a big Mai person.
Mai,
I like
okay.
Mai a lot.
Hey, there you go.
I think her character does some crazy things throughout the show, so I was a fan of that. Just like changing. She's like this bad guy, bad girl. She was tough.
Some crazy
and then she
things,
kind of
huh?
slowly. Why is everyone gotta go there?
I'm
I
just
wasn't for once. I wasn't going there.
That's good. That's good. Good.
Now, you know, usually-
I don't believe this guy.
There's always a problem with this guy.
Well, Pete said it's a trial period, so might as well get out the good stuff now. 5Ds, 100%. You say?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I've watched this character, not the end, but it just you see what he does, and he just brings a lot to the table.
Yeah.
And 7s, probably Tiger.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair. She's
Tiger's
great.
Tiger's dope.
I really hope she gets more
Duels.
More duels.
Me too.
Yeah. But we'll see.
Pete.
Where I am right now, probably Pegasus, Judai, Jack, obviously,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a Jack guy. Jack guy.
Revolver, and then probably Nail.
Yeah,
as
Sevens
my
is
favorite.
hard for me, yeah.
as my
That's
favorite.
good. That's good.
Good pick. Well, there you go. Limestone. Thank you very
Thank
much.
Nick T, if he was here,
you
he would
for
pick
the
He
dono.
probably would have picked Queen.
And that's why he's not here.
That's why he's not
And
here.
he
Nick
won't ever
T's,
be
Nick
back.
T's off the podcast.
Nick T got replaced.
Hi.
Judge replaced Nick
Nice
T.
to meet you.
Kicking off super chats tonight, some donos. TNX Rail, right after Sean Gilbright, donated €5, £5, and said, don't know if you missed the super chat last week, but asked, are you watching the Euros? And this week, what did you make of the meteor scene? So we talked about a little bit about the meteor scene.
Yeah, we talked about the meteor scene.
you
Watching the
Euros?
Euros, I'm not. No, I have not
I've
watched.
I watched a
watched-
little
I've
bit.
been
I missed
watching
today's
Euros.
game. Who won?
Today was
Portugal played, and then Germany played. Portugal, France, Germany.
that was today.
Yeah.
Then I didn't see today's games. I watched Spain yesterday. That's who I watched. I thought that was today.
I
That
don't.
was
I honestly
yesterday.
never really watch the group. Honestly.
Yeah, I
don't see it.
usually
'Cause
wait
three-
for-
usually the top 2, and then the third team has a playoff. So I watch the playoff play-ins.
Well,
from them.
like the top certain amount of third place
Yeah,
teams
yeah.
go into like a little bracket.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like intrigued. I don't know who won though. I didn't watch those games, but I can't wait to watch yours. Actually, I'm
Yeah.
excited. If there's a game on tomorrow, I know what I'll be doing.
Yeah.
I'll just
Well,
watch
watching the game.
Driving,
betting on that.
driving up to AC.
Probably. Wait. Is that tomorrow? Oh my god.
That's tomorrow.
Oh my god. Wow. Well,
We're going up to AC.
I'll be able to bet tomorrow.
We're doing 7s up
This guy's
live.
already drunk.
Woo!
He's your ride.
Yeah.
That's
I'm not
a
making
it.
What about you, Pete? Have you paid attention at all?
Not really. Like,
Yeah.
I know there was, I think Russia was playing the
that's
other day, right? Or something like that.
I don't even know.
I don't even
That
know.
was
this-
Like, I heard things. The big thing I heard about that was when Christian
Had
Eriksen
the heart
collapsed.
attack, yeah.
And I know he's, like, on the road to recovery. He's still not out of the woods. Maybe we'll never play again.
Yeah, probably not.
But yeah, other than that, like, yeah, it's not. When I watch football or soccer, as we say here in the States, I usually just follow the men's national team and the women's national team, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
like when we were going through our whole,
That's a little
cup a couple weeks ago, like I was tweeting all about that and going crazy with that. So
Yeah,
hungry.
yeah.
that's about it.
There you go.
Biggie.
Well, thank you so much, Thomas. And I believe Thomas is in England, so good luck
Yes.
to your country.
England's been playing well.
Yeah,
I know.
but they.
How is France doing as the
France tied
defending?
Portugal today.
Yeah, because they're
That was a big
defending
game.
champs, right?
Yeah.
So
They're 1-2-0.
Well, they-
1 win, 2 draws, 0 losses.
They're the champs of the World Cup. Are they Euro champs too?
I don't.
I don't
think
remember who
so.
won Euros.
I think
was just
Germany
saying
won the
World Cup.
last Euro. If I
I don't.
remember
I don't.
correctly.
I don't remember who did.
But
I don't know
yes,
why Belgium. Belgium got a great team, but they never win. Like, their team is very deep too.
they're getting old.
Hazard, De Bruyne.
We've had our
And
we've had our
Nana's
moments with them. Yeah.
And oh my God, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
De Bruyne!
Yeah, I'm all about Scotland and McTominay in Scotland. You know?
I think Scotland got eliminated today.
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the group they're in.
Poor Scotland.
Yeah, it goes back.
Seriously, Orion doing another chew, Yuro, and just has a ladybug. That's it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
What did you make of Yuga's fear?
I thought Yuga was just weird overall in this episode.
You know, when he
felt
left,
very different.
When he left to go do his task, we never found out what that was.
I guess
It was to go talk to Otis.
I guess, and the ladybug
right.
stopped him, so then he brought,
okay.
Swirly there.
But isn't it weird that he wanted to talk to Otis by himself and not with his...
I mean, he has the connection with him. All this started with the two of them.
Yeah.
Well, you know where yourself is when you're going to find it, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just, he felt interesting this episode.
Yeah.
He was different.
It was a little different. Not bad, just different.
Well, he very well could be a Goha sibling. That's not a crack theory at all. And
No, it's not a crack
you
theory.
start leaning
I honestly
into that.
think the loss is on the surface. We don't see it, but deep down, I think that's really bothering him that he lost to Rook.
Maybe.
I really do.
Yeah, maybe.
I think there's
yeah, definitely.
Yuga. I think that's really bothering.
So he's like happy about
I think
the whole
that
Luke
kind of
thing.
simulates, like, the dream could mean more, right, with the meteor scene later. But I think him having even nightmares is just his body's not at rest because he just doesn't like how that went. You know how you do that in real life?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's
Yeah.
where he's at.
Yeah,
he has
maybe.
a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, you could be right. I don't hate that. But thank you, seriously.
Thank you. Nicholas Horton donated £5 and said, "Hi everyone, I love the season 2 opening. It shows all of the characters,
Yeah. I think
all the ones that are relevant."
I think the only character opening 2 whiffed on was Otis. It was very weird to me that Otis was not at all in opening 2.
Yeah.
That's the only character I can think of that I was surprised genuinely it was not in. Everyone else though, that's relevant, maybe outside of like Yugioh, they got, which was really good. But great opening, Nicholas. Thank you for the donation, my friend. Hope you're doing well across the pond.
Across the pond.
Electric Kevin donated $5 Australian and
Thank you,
said,
Kevin.
"Enjoy the opening, the ending, the episode, and Swirly. Hopefully Sevens doesn't end up being dark and depressing. We don't need another Brains." This man can speak that.
I agree. We don't need another Brains, but I do want it to get darker.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
want
well,
some dark.
it already will never be Vrains. Because the thing with Vrains is it was dark.
We haven't
and-
had any recap episodes yet.
The protagonist is already
It
lost.
started off already with the world ending. Brains.
Yeah,
Like,
Vrains, the world was ending
The
right away.
the girls were actually treated, better.
Right.
already.
So I don't have any problem with an infusion of dark, of darker elements. I don't think it's necessary, but I don't have any problem with it at all. You're a massive Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal fan.
Yeah.
I like Zexal a lot. It's not my favorite, but I like it a lot. The tone of the
Thank
first
you
30 episodes
for
reminded
the
me a lot of
dono.
Sevens. More lighthearted, more fun. And you had serious elements when Kaido was there, kind of similar to when Nail is around, in my opinion. And then once you got like to the Arclight Brothers, and especially that second half when you had the Moon Duel and the Barry and Onslaught arc,
Of course, yeah.
the tone changed drastically. I don't think Sevens is going to reach that point, but to me that was one of the strong points of Zale, to have a more lighthearted story turn into something pretty messed up, but still have hope persevere through it. And it had a very happy ending.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind darker elements, but everyone
Yeah.
has their own taste.
It probably
in it.
won't ever get as
No.
dark as the other old. I might argue against it because I feel like you remember what the Goha drone said when he faced Roa is like,
I mean,
we
just
have to suck.
choke the life out of him.
Yeah, like that's like a very specific line. I feel like.
Well,
they're
it's
not-
interesting because if the Goha drone is the father of the Goha siblings, and he's the one saying stuff like, we have to choke the life out of him, and he killed a man, the
Yeah.
previous owner before Mimi, that
Yes.
guy's dead. He literally drained the life out of him. And now if the Goha siblings, who are the true threats, are coming, and they have the same tendencies as their father, if Mr. Goha is their father, they might be a little more intense than we're maybe anticipating.
Yeah.
But we'll
At
see.
least maybe like 2 or 3 of them might be more intense, and the other ones might be a little bit more light. Because there's always that kind
Sympathetic.
of. Because
There's
even with the
always-
Baryons, like Alito
There
was
were-
more lighthearted.
Yeah,
and so
there
was-
were people who were more sympathetic. Rio and Shark, of course. Yeah. Kevin, thank you for the donation and thank you for the comments. Appreciate it.
Kyle donated $5 and said, "I don't know why, but the second ending makes me feel like Yuga will go with the
Thank
U
you
Sibs after
for
the end of
the
the season.
dono.
Never looking back." I know that song has been in my head so much, Kyle.
Yeah, I didn't get that vibe, but it's gonna be fascinating to see what he does when he learns he's a sibling. If he is a sibling.
If he is one.
If he is. Kaio, thank you for the donation.
That man 666 donated $6.66.
The devil donation, thank you.
And said, thanks for getting those L's from yesterday's Nuzlocke. I'm sure next week things will come your way. And remember, reject Goose, return to Duck.
I love Goose. We all love Goose. That man.
Love Goose.
Thank you for the super.
Thank
and
Goose,
yeah,
you had a rough night.
I stream Nuzlocks on Twitch every Tuesday night. Pokemon Heart Gold. We're gonna be on attempt 11 next Tuesday night. I suck. So
Attempt 11.
dude, I'm getting murdered by.
Are you like
Lugias
like really like intense?
You know, if you need some tips,
Nuzlocke mode?
I got you.
I know. Dredger's actually a good Nuzlocker. Well,
Good's not
I do like level.
It's not that
stuff.
Dylan is bad.
Did you-
It's that he's reckless.
Yeah.
So he's just
Okay.
he'll be talking to the chat and he's
do
automatically
Alright,
fast
well, there you
forwarding
go.
and bang, just his Pokemon's
I
dead.
never
Self-destructive.
understood how people like speed run through it. Like, I don't get how people play like
Yeah,
that.
so that's why that's why he's going for attempt 11.
But
I
there are
think-
people who do that, but
Yeah.
that are really good still.
Not this guy.
That's not me.
No, that's not
me.
you. Yeah,
Not
but
me.
it can be done. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't get it. either.
Last night he goes, yeah, let's get a couple encounters here before we sign off tonight. Gets an encounter, captures it. Literally the next time he's going for the encounter, gets that same Pokemon kill that he just caught.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck.
You know the basics.
That's
The
my
typings and
famous
stuff.
saying, Dylan. Did you know?
I sometimes do, and then I forget them.
You gotta get the basics.
That
at least.
man. Thank you, that man.
May they rest in peace. And speaking of Goose,
Yes.
Goose.
Thank you, Goose.
I'll let him
Can I hit him now? Okay, cool.
Hit him. Hit him for real.
get it out. Donated $5 and said, let's see if you get it again.
Sending positive vibes and kindness to everyone, and keep things PG. Positively, Goose.
Yeah, close enough.
Remember to keep things PG.
No, you got it right the first time.
No, actually, you're
You
right.
did have it
You
right.
actually were
Oh,
right.
why'd you say close enough? Goose, thank you, my man. Appreciate it. We're going to do 3 or 4 more, and then we are going to switch to the 54 summary, the 55 summary, and we have to make Dredger's picking in the Pick'em League.
Picking.
We have to make our picks
yeah.
for Yordo, the blonde-headed leader
Yoda?
of the Goha siblings,
Yoda.
versus Yuga in a riding rush duel.
Yuga
JC, you got to
versus
pick as
Yoda.
well.
Yes.
That'll be tough. Nick Tia sent his pick in, so we'll do a few more.
Kyle donated another $2 and said, Mr. Goha, girly voice, he was talking to himself.
Oh yeah, there was that whole scene with Mr. Goha and Mimi. I forgot about that scene.
Yeah.
Completely forgot about that
That
scene.
always that assistant gives me weird vibes.
Yeah, he's
You know,
a little
like
sketchy.
he's just strange.
What assistant?
The assistant that
The
works
guy
for
with the-
Mr.
yeah, the
Goha.
Goha.
Like he's just,
Oh, okay.
I don't trust him either.
I don't trust him either, but I don't think they're gonna do anything.
And
with
he
him.
actually understands what Goha says. When
Yeah,
he
Goha
says
says, oh, and he goes, oh, you
Like,
made
he
me this,
actually
and like Mimi's
understands
like,
Yeah, he could be an assistant for Goha and the siblings. Who knows?
Mimi's getting played. That's all I gotta say.
Mimi, if you told me one character,
Who's gonna die? This
yes,
arc is
I would pick Mimi.
Yeah,
I really would.
Mimi.
I don't think any will.
Mimi's going.
But if you told me someone definitely is 100%, I would pick Mimi.
Well, yeah.
I think she's in way more danger than she realizes. Yeah.
Absolutely. You think they're gonna be happy the way the company's been going?
No, but I don't think they're going to pull the trigger on any sort of deaths. I don't think
no,
they'll do
I don't
that.
think this is the show for it.
I'd be very surprised.
I don't think
But
so.
but that's the one thing they've lured us into, that sense of security where if they do something like that,
it will
it's like
it will be huge.
holy
yeah.
shit, like that would be pretty insane.
And they might be doing
So-
that on purpose. Who knows? They could surprise us.
Yeah, maybe. I
Near
mean,
the end.
that one dude
I don't know.
definitely
Like
died.
I've watched only a couple Yu-Gi-Oh shows, and I
One
feel
dude,
like
no name.
I don't
That
know
one
a
guy.
death. Yeah, this show doesn't seem like the show that.
No.
Yeah,
That's the thing,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
it-
Even like 5Ds, they don't really perma-death characters.
No, I mean always what?
Yeah.
What,
There's
oh,
usually
my,
something
it's
that brings
spoiled,
them
but yeah,
back.
we'll say it. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the only
yeah.
one that really like. I think he's gone. I don't know. If he's
Yeah,
actually dead,
well, yeah.
you know.
Think about it, 6 siblings, 6 Infinity Stones. We're snapping Goha City. You feel that one?
And he's been making fun of me all night.
That was worse than what he said.
Oh my god, that's
Jesus
worse than what I've
Christ.
ever said in my life.
I don't know about that.
that-
No, that's
Now,
no.
You went too far.
You went too far. You had
went
it.
too
I
far
was
with
giving
this.
it to you. And
Hey, you gotta admit I
You
tried.
gotta know
Yeah,
I
you
tried
did
to
try.
sneak it in.
You
Come
did
on, I
try,
tried to
but
sneak it in.
You gotta know when to pull away.
I know. I like to go all in. You know what I mean? There's not many.
No,
things.
And you're
no.
gonna have that same mentality
Tomorrow night,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
lose
yeah,
all
yeah.
the money.
He's got
You guys think you're getting a soundboard? He's wasting all that money tomorrow night.
Which horse? Which horse?
Horse number 2. Horse number 2.
I will be betting on horses, but it will be all my.
We should just go to the track one weekend.
Why would we do that?
Because you can bet on horses.
That's what we're doing.
I can't
Yeah, but also at the track, even you got to pick a good day because a lot of times you go there, it's like 98 degrees.
Yeah, you got the
and
women wearing the huge hats,
you
and then
can't
you
go on
feel
a hot
pressured
day.
to wear huge hats.
You see what he
But
got?
like,
That's where he went.
What
They're
happened
huge
there?
hats.
Like, where did we go off? Like we
Well, you
we-
can't see the track.
The,
We've been
the
there.
hats are that big.
Yes. Have we been to the?
I'm going to stop you
Are,
right
are
then
we
and
talking
there.
about Monmouth Park?
Yes.
Okay, so then what's the confusion?
You know what, Joe? I'll let you stand behind the hat.
Joe's here. Joe, go out next time you're at the track. Measure the average length of a woman's hat and let us know.
Well, not just women, but all spectators have very,
Okay.
very large.
We'll get
hats.
Joe out right on that.
Joe, measure some hats.
Don't worry, I'm going to bring my biggest cowboy hat next time I go.
Yeah, it's people like you that ruin it
To
for
support Nick Yagi.
Of course.
Nick Yagi cosplay.
Swirly's better than Nick Yagi.
me. Thank you. I agree. I agree. Next one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find another way to get the AC tomorrow by Sunday. IZ Anime donated $20.
Oh shit! Thank you so much. Thank you.
And said, "Hi everyone, not gonna stay, so probably gone by now. Just came to say that I stopped watching the show and the channel a year ago and just started again. I watch all your reviews and streams along with this show until that. Remember me. See you in a couple weeks.
IZ Anime.
Wow, that is amazing. IZ Anime.
Yeah.
IZ anime.
Sounds familiar.
That is
I think I
amazing.
do
It
remember
definitely
that.
does sound familiar.
Yeah.
That is so crazy to me. You know, it's so funny, and I say this all the time. Probably one of my most loved and most like hated things about doing YouTube is you have people that I started in 2016. Actually, my 5-year anniversary is coming up, and you have people that have stayed around through those 5 years. Something that I love is people that will end up being huge watchers of the channel. I'm not even talking about people who donate, but huge watchers of my channel might be people that I've never even met before. Might be people that don't even know I exist in this moment. And a year from now, I'll be maybe very good friends with them.
Yeah.
You know? And then there's people that I've had over before on this
Yeah.
channel that I will probably never speak to
Multiple,
again.
yeah, for
I can
sure.
I can think of like 3 or 4 people that
Yeah.
have been on this channel that I will probably never speak to again.
I can think two
And-
right off. I think three right off top. Yeah.
And that's my most loved and hated thing, that there's like so many amazing people out there that I've yet to meet.
A lot of turnover.
And yeah, and then what I also, and hate is a strong word, but what I dislike about it is there's also people that will just leave the channel, and it's the internet. There's so many other channels to watch and so many other fandoms to be involved in, especially if you don't watch the anime, that you leave and I'll just never hear from you again.
Yeah.
That's just how it
It's
is.
gonna happen to me one day.
It's been fun.
Oh, now you're leaving.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, we're all leaving.
Na na na.
You ever see Wolf of
Never
Wall Street?
looking back.
No.
You never see Wolf of
Yes.
Wall Street?
No, but I've been
Right.
compared to
Great
Leonardo
movie.
DiCaprio, but I've heard it's a very good movie.
You see what he did?
Yeah.
See what he did?
You set him up.
I got it.
Thank you. He's a good brother. Thank you, Dredger.
I just
Wow.
hear Pete sigh. I'm so dead. He's just like,
He's good. I like this guy.
This guy.
here he is again. There's
Next
again.
donation. Taker Napper donated some Chilean dollars over here, so thank you so much.
Thank you,
Chilean
Taker.
pesos.
Thank
and
you.
said, hey all, first time I can donate to this stream. Here's something interesting. The Goha siblings all have the last name Goha, right?
Right.
Well, you see, Oto Yuga can be an acronym of an anagram, excuse me,
Yeah.
thank you, for Yudo Goha. If you rearrange the letters,
He's right.
that's
Oh
what
my!
it's about.
Ah!
Yeah, so I wrote to
That's
him in the chat. I
crazy.
said, that's
He's,
really good.
he's actually
Yeah.
like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Look at these.
So thank you so much, Taker Napper.
Oh my
Yeah, all the letters of Goha
Yeah,
are
it's,
in
it
his
is
Oh.
an anagram.
Actually, wait. Let me look. I need pen. You
No,
got pen and paper?
it does. It does.
You did it?
I checked it when he was there. It
Has
does.
he cracked the code?
He could have cracked the code.
He
The Da
could've,
Vinci
yeah.
Code.
He could have.
All of a sudden, your stream gets.
Do we know that all the names are their last names are Goha?
That's the assumption.
Well,
They're Goha
yeah.
siblings.
Oh yeah. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're listed on the cast as
Oh
just.
that
my
happens, that's,
God.
huge.
If that happens, the planning that went into this storyline is insane.
Your stream's
Yeah.
about to get shut down in 2 minutes when Seven sees that
Yeah.
we did just crack the code. It's like, boop, it's me.
Oh my god, that's a great theory, Taker. Thank you so much for donating and for
Yeah.
sharing.
Best theory of the night, I think.
Yeah, it's a very good one.
It's actually
Almost-
the most plausible.
It's up
almost
there
as
with
good
some
as
of mine.
Dylan's, yeah.
It's up there with some of mine, but it's very
I-
good.
If that actually, if it works, that'd be
Wow.
crazy.
That would be crazy if it works.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow, that's nutty.
Yeah, I'm a little, wow,
Jesus.
a little shell shocked.
We
can't-
need
you can't
Antimate to
unsee it
confirm
now.
on that one.
Yeah,
we need her.
And today we'll confirm. We're gonna do a couple more, and then we're gonna get into episode 54, which
Sounds good.
I'm very excited for.
Well, then if we're gonna do that, let's skip down here a little bit. We'll go to Dylan Adams, who donated $25
Jeez.
and said, "Thanks for making my day better after an awful time at work."
That's what
Dylan Adams said.
Dylan, thank you so much, man, for the donation and the comment. You had a huge donation last week, $50. So I tend to not forget donations like that. So thank you, Dylan. Sorry you're having a bad day at work.
I'm sorry. I'm
Work
glad
sucks.
that this is making it a little bit better.
Yeah, we're happy it's making it better, and we're happy that this gives some people something to look forward to every single Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Dylan, thank you for being here, and just like you're making we're making your day at work, you're making my day by donating and just being here and chatting and chilling. So Dylan, love you, man. Much love to you. Hope work goes better, and thank you so much for being here, Dylan. Thank you, my man.
And I guess the final one for now is seriously Orion donated €5 and said, "I personally like to thank Pete for being Dylan's rational foil. Without him, we all have been led down the darkest timeline. No, not the apocalypse." So thank you. I appreciate that, seriously, Orion.
Seriously, Orion.
Thank you.
Pete,
You got to keep this
We
man
love
in
you.
check, otherwise,
yeah,
who knows where this podcast will be.
I'm not sure.
It'll be ridiculous. So thank you for recognizing. I'm here for you guys. I'm the voice for you.
The voice of reason.
Exactly. All right, Dill, you're up.
Okay,
Plus, you want me to read one more.
read one more.
Okay. Kyle donated another $5 and said, "What if the new summoning method was implanted by Otis while Yuga made the reinstallation of the rush tools? Otis is a mystery."
Yeah, he is a huge mystery.
I could see that being the
That
case.
makes
I could see
sense.
it, and then what's the angle there?
He needed. It's what I said earlier.
He needed
that
a way
he
to
needed
get
this
the-
new summoning method there
So who uses the new
to
method?
beat these oncoming
So
antagonists.
Yuga will be the,
The
first to
Goa
use the method.
sibling-
See, I think the siblings use the method.
That's what I would say. It's
Yeah, but if
Well,
that's
in
the
this
case, then-
theory, that's how it went.
Right, in that case, then that theory would not be true. But it could very well go the opposite way. So great theory, though. Great theory.
I love it.
Okay, chat. We are going into episode 54's summary. So if you do not want any spoilers on 54 on the cast, now is your chance to leave the stream. Come back a little later.
Just mute
We
it.
are going to be making our picks on Yuga Yuro as well, which is super exciting.
Yoda?
Yuga Yoda, yes. So
I don't even know what
3, 2, 1. Let's begin.
Let's do it.
Episode 54, Riding Rush Duel. A giant
makes me
spaceship suddenly shows up in the sky. The spaceship is the fortress of the 6 Goha siblings, the real presidents of Goha Corporation.
Oh.
In order to protect the Rush Duel robot that contains data, the first match is against the elder
Thank
brother,
you
the
for
speed
the
demon,
dono.
Goha Yuro. Oh yeah, so Goha Yuro. So Goha is the last name. So Taker, you're right. Riding Rush Duel Acceleration,
Yep.
which is what it's a
Oh,
Rush
I
Duel.
hate that's
It's a Rush Duel, bro. Acceleration.
I mean, I've only watched the 3, but my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh is 5Ds, so
Yeah.
that hits home.
Oh boy. Castless. So this is everyone
Yes.
speaking in 54.
Okay.
Yuga, Rook, Gakuto, Roman, Kaizo, Swirly, President Drone / doll. I believe the doll is that small, very small thing that was on the ship. That's what I
be.
believe.
Could be.
Same voice actor, so they're one and the same. Mimi, Nail, Yoro, Yujin, Yuka, Yoran, Yuo, Yoshio, Arata, Braun, Drone's voice, System voice, and extras. And that is your 54 cast list.
Wow.
We don't have any confirmation that it's definitely Yuga versus Yoro, but we do know that Rook is dueling Yujin next week. And so I would imagine Yuga will be the first one dueling. So
We don't know for sure. Or...
we don't know for sure, but we're gonna bet as if it's happening.
Okay.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. Your thoughts on 54? Your thoughts on riding duels? I mean, what do you think when you hear that?
I just feel like we're getting, Jack's D-Wheel right out of the museum.
Okay. Now this guy, have you seen 5Ds?
I haven't, but I feel like I have now.
Wow.
I'm going to get hit by
Oh
someone.
my god.
No, I'm excited because it's different than Rush Duels, right? And like in Brains, I got to see Speed Duels and Master Duels.
Right.
And I think it's cool that they're already kind of switching things up a little bit because obviously watching the same type of duel over and over again can get repetitive. So even if it's the same style, but now it's in this, fast motion movement, I think it'll be cool.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm excited.
Dredge, you love 5Ds. What do you think?
I'm excited to see the episode. I'm excited to see how they kind of do the riding duel, what's going to be used and things like that. And I'm intrigued to see if the new summon is used this episode. I don't know if it's going to be used this episode, going to be in the next episode. When are we going to see who uses it and what is it exactly? So I'm looking forward to the episode.
I have a theory on that.
Oh, Jesus.
Pete, you also love 5Ds. What are your thoughts when you see this?
I love 5Ds. I think it's going to be a cool homage, some cool references there. But yeah, other than that, it's not going to be anything insane. I'm just more fascinated of like I'm so torn on what we're picking.
Yeah,
I mean, like to kick off the arc, but there's so many variables there. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for, and I just want to see immediately what's the tone of these 6 coming down. Like, is it gonna be a joke, like double 6, or are we gonna see it from the dialogue and the way they carry themselves? We're like, oh, hold on a second, like the air here feels different, feels a little heavier. Like this is gonna be something new. Yeah, so that's what I'm fascinated for.
This is going to be a tough one to pick. And I hope you guys, you can do !pick'em. Send in your picks. The winner of the contest wins a free PlayStation 5, brand new Xbox or Nintendo Switch of their choosing, given away by us here at the channel as a thank you for all the wonderful support you guys show us on a weekly basis. JC, what are your thoughts on riding Rush Duels, bro?
I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see what they do with it. I'm kind of hoping that they do something unique with it, and it's not just them doing a regular Rush Duel, but just riding on whatever it is they're riding on a little spaceship or a go-kart, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Thank you for
I just hope they
the
do something
dono.
unique with it, because 5Ds with riding duels, they had the whole speed counters thing and speed spells, and that's what made it unique and different
for
from
the
dueling
dono.
and all that from regular standing duels, right?
Yes.
And then in Arc 5, it was kind of disappointing, where it's like it was just basically regular dueling, but just on a motorcycle. So there was nothing unique about, like they took that aspect away from speed duels in Arc 5. So I hope with this new iteration of riding Rush Duels in Sevens that they do something unique with it, where it's not just a regular Rush Duel. Like there's new elements added to it in terms of the game mechanics, or like maybe that gets incorporated with the new summoning mechanic that they're gonna show. So I just hope there's something new, and it's not just they're riding around, but it's just a regular Rush Duel. It's just they're just riding around.
I agree. I hope there's some sort of twist on it.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's what I'm hoping for and looking forward to seeing what they do with that.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I'm excited for it.
I fully agree. It's time we have to make our picks, gentlemen. We know 55 is Rook versus the Yugioh, the red-haired kid. We don't really know anything else about that episode. But the way we do this, Dredger, this is the first time we're doing it, is we text our picks in at the same time.
Yeah.
So that way, like, if everyone goes, I can't change my pick to match Pete's to stay ahead of him.
And what are the choices so I can confirm exactly?
The choice is character A, character B, or draw no result. So draw no result gets packaged as a deal because it's so unlikely. Yeah. So draw no result, in this case, it'll be Yuga or Yugioh. Obviously, you don't need to
Yuga or
text
Yuri.
Yuri.
Yuro.
Eugene's against
You're right.
Yugioh versus Rook. Yoda versus Yuga.
Right. YURO. Or you can just say Goha sibling if you want.
Yuro.
But Yuro, yes.
Oh my god.
That's a hard one.
That's a really hard one.
This is
I'm on a cold streak, so I'm just gonna steer into it.
Okay.
When you have your pick ready, let us know.
I was born ready. I'm not born ready. I mean, all you do is write the first 2 letters, then click another letter, and you're good. Unless you're doing psycho pick.
This one might be the hardest one out of all of them so far, in my opinion.
I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm never gonna get any right.
Yeah, this is really hard.
No one pick with me, just so you guys know when I do pick, because I feel like I'm gonna get all these wrong.
This is really hard.
Looks at your pick, just changes if I have the same thing.
You should if you pick. Oh shit! I'm back there.
Thank you for the dono.
You all ready?
I'm ready.
Countdown. We do.
I'm gonna do 3, 2, 1, send. On send we send it. 3, 2, 1, send.
I think I sent it early.
Wow, you are.
Did Nick T just know in that moment?
That was
to send
weird.
that?
Nick T was right on the
That was
line.
like
Well,
in the
because Dylan
second.
typed here, so he just.
Wow.
Nick T was
So
the
we're all
one who-
together. Whoa. I was gonna go that route, but I'm like, there's no way you lead it off. Piss.
Nick T is not here.
You haven't learned, have you?
Nick T picked Yuga. He did give a little bit of an explanation, didn't he, in that last
No,
message?
it said
No.
I was considering changing my pick, but I had already told Dylan, so I'm going to stick to it.
Yeah, I mean, he could have changed it. But who wants to start with their reasoning and their pick?
I don't know why. So, if you want to, do you want to start?
Do you want to start?
All right, I'll start.
Okay, let's see what Legendary's picking. I'm curious.
This is so hard because it could go.
It really is hard.
Yeah,
it could go two different ways depending on how this episode is like structured, like what they're focusing on. Because because obviously it says like there's a spaceship that's coming down and they have to like protect the Rush Duel robot, something like that. I don't know. I'm butchering it, but you get the idea. So if it's that case, then Yuga would have to win because of obvious reasons. But it's just like we're starting it off. This is like the leader of the group already facing Yuga, and it's like. Why? That's too soon. It was way too
Right?
soon.
It's crazy that.
Why
this
is it now? Like, why can't it be one of the
we all
other
agree we're
ones?
all
You
wrong.
know?
I agree.
So, but then the other thing I'm thinking about is, what if they're not going in and because my original theory was before they talked about the Rush Duel robot thing,
Yeah.
was that Yuga would win, but the what's his name again?
Yuro.
Yoda.
Yoda, that Yoda would lose, but lose on purpose, just to test his strength, just to see where he's at before like they make the move. But the way they made it sound is like, oh, they're all coming in at once
I
now.
know. This is their
and
debut.
like we're gonna deal with this
This
right
is
now.
their debut.
So like it's making me nervous. It's like it feels like the end and it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
So like he has to win for that sake alone. Like I would like it if
Who are you picking?
I guess I'm gonna have to pick Yuga.
Okay.
I kind of want to pick.
Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna have to pick him because I'm just like, what? Why lose now?
Okay.
You know,
He's not good at the beginning of seasons.
he's not. But are they gonna repeat that a third time in a
This is
row?
only the second season.
Beginning of arcs.
Okay, thank you.
It's the new season. Are they gonna begin the new season with a loss after?
This is a nightmare pick.
Like I just don't understand why they picked the main guy to face Yuga right now.
They should have put Gakuto out there. Just
Yeah,
like, right.
Gakuto. Even
Now,
Rook.
I should say, again, there is no confirmation that this is Yuga Yuro.
Right.
If it's not, the picks won't count for the week.
Okay.
We're just assuming that it's Yuga Yuro.
Sure.
But what if it's Rook though? Because he's technically
well,
the
then-
king.
Then
So
Rook
he,
duels back to back. He duels this
Yeah,
guy
why
and the
not?
C guy.
yeah, well,
I mean,
we want to
if
see
you
him
think
lose.
about
So
it,
this is it.
Revenge duel, baby.
If Rook wins the first one, he's on a winning streak. He fights to say he's like, I'll take them all on.
No, but if he loses the first one, he wants revenge, and he's like, give me somebody else.
Exactly. This
After
would be
one
the
So
episode-
spot.
either way, it kind of could work that Rook kind of take maybe because
I don't
Yuga's
think it's
still
gonna be-
like
I'd be
kinda-
shocked if
yeah.
Rook duels.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree, but
You want to justify your pick?
oh no, wasn't it Cal's turn?
Yeah,
Go
we'll
down
go
the line.
Oh, we'll go down the line.
Go
Okay.
Cal. You
Yeah,
just
good
skipped both of them.
I know, like, me and Dredge aren't your favorite, but you don't just skip over us.
Yikes!
No, Cal, you go. Who are you picking?
Wow.
So,
He only likes me because he could explain me for content.
so I don't like
That's how
my
we started
pick,
this channel.
but I don't think I would have been happy no matter who I picked
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
I'm picking Yuga, and I think that although this guy is the eldest brother, he may not necessarily be the best duelist. For example, Yuga's our protagonist. Yuga's not the best duelist.
No.
Yuga doesn't always win.
No.
Also, have any of these guys ever rushed duel before in their life?
We don't know.
They're from space. Have they?
No,
Have they?
Well, they're bringing rush duels. They're bringing riding duels. Right, but you can use that logic as you've ever done a riding duel before.
That's true.
It's a riding rush duel.
But it's a riding duel.
So they're probably coming in like this, and he's like, "Yeah, but this is how we do it here on Earth." Bang, goes to 3, and they're like, "Oh shoot, what's that?" After one duel, they all have learned it, but the first guy's going to be kind of like the, I see how it's going here. Okay, like I'll be able to figure this out.
Like he's not, that would.
And then they take Rook down. Rook goes in the, darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. There goes Rook, and then they got to bring everybody back up.
So you're picking Yuga.
Yeah.
JC picks Yuga. Dredge, who are you picking?
You hated that, didn't you?
I'm
Dredge,
Yuga
your,
too.
your debut pick in the pick of
I
the
know.
let's move on.
I picked Yuga. My reasoning's a little different. I similar reason to Cal, except the fact that I think Yuga did suffer a big loss.
Good.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a bounce, but I don't think it's going to be a what you guys call a quality win. I think this is going to be Yoda's kind of testing out Rush Duels, seeing what exactly they're about, and kind of giving more information to the Goha siblings. Again, so I think Yuga will win. I don't think it's going to be a quality win. I think he's almost going to be like toying with Yuga in a sense, maybe tell him, oh, I have a summoning method that could swipe the flip, and it's got to get that intimidation. Yuga thinks, oh, I won, and then obviously bring in Rook, and then Rook faces, and Rook gets clean. That's my thought process. I don't think, has Yuga lost 2 in a row that I know of? I want to say no. So he did lose, and he is your main Protag, and I picked Rook before 52, thinking I think Rook was a better duelist, so that's why. But in this case, I think he'll win, but I don't think it's gonna be a quality win. That's why I picked Yuga. I couldn't pick, if it was a different kind of, because if the show didn't have as much of like a comedy in the beginning, it was very more lighthearted, I could see the bad guys win first. In this case, I still think they're gonna have the slight advantage, but then it's gonna they're gonna go up to almost go down, like, oh, we have this under control, and then we don't. That's why I kind of chose Yuga. I did like draw no result, but I'm like, the odds of that are like what? There was only one the entire first season, or 2?
2. We all
There was
2
2 the entire first season.
That's always a risky pick.
Yeah.
You have to be kind of crazy to pick that.
I have a great theory for that.
Pete,
Yeah.
your pick.
I went with Yuga as well. A couple reasons. One, I know he suffered some losses, and he might not be the best duelist in this universe at the moment, even though I think he can end up like that. Him and Rook kind of at the top by the end of the show. There is no way in the world, and I'm pretty confident on this, that they're going to give him 2 straight losses.
Yeah.
I just do not see that. I mean, in a matter of 3 episodes, you give him 2 losses. Like, how can you justify him as being even a protagonist, even if he isn't the best one? Like, every time I go in and I go, well, there's a 65% chance he's going to get smacked again. Like, I just don't think that's a great look. Second, I think in the past, we've put a little bit too much faith in villains coming in, and we've thought like, oh man, these people are just going to be amazing. There's 6 new characters coming in. Yeah. It's not a huge deal if one of them loses right off the bat, and I think, as Cal and Dredge said, I think this is a reconnaissance mission. I think they want to figure out what's going on, evaluate all our opponent's skills, and how do we defeat them later, because even if this is going to be a 13-episode arc, I don't think these characters are getting wrapped up in 13 episodes. That's maybe that's my hopes talking about that. No, but how can you introduce 6 new characters and go, 13 episodes, we'll shove everything together. And then where do we go after that if these are the real leaders of Goha, which is the main corporation of the entire city? So I think they're going to stick around for a while, which is why I don't think it'll hurt them to have a loss here. And I think it's more impactful. And I think Alan Wilkinson said this as well. I think it's more impactful later to have Rook lose next week. Yep. I think that's more like, oh shit. I agree. Like, then if Yuga loses for a 6th time, are we like, wow, these people are intimidating? No, we're more like, Yuga sucks. Like, that's what we're looking at. Yeah. So.
And can I bounce something off of his before you give your pick?
I'll go after you, yeah.
With the whole Rook being more impactful on a loss, I think that's the perfect time to, like, introduce the new summoning method, because it's like, Rook's going to look like he's going to take it. The team's going to be up 2-0 after a Yuga win.
Yuga to win. Rook
and then, bang, they whip out this new summoning method. Comes in, Rook's blindsided, which is probably the one way he's going to lose. If he's blindsided, but like how when Yuga lost to Nail and he was blindsided by this maximum summon, right? Yeah. I feel like that's what's going to happen to Rook for his first loss. He's going to be blindsided by this new summoning method. He's not going to understand how it works or what to do with it, and he's going to fold. And that's going to put him into this, like, we'll probably see him duel himself again at some point to try and get himself back to where he should be. Yeah. That's what I think.
Pretty good.
I think we're just getting into dangerous territory if he loses again.
Yes.
I agree.
Like, I mean, 6 times in 54 episodes. I mean, like, his legacy, as you've said, might not be wins and losses, but at the same time, Dill, like, you got to admit, like,
you got to be competitive.
That's a horrible look.
Yeah. I personally wouldn't really care.
You got to be competitive.
I mean,
you play to win the game.
Yeah.
You play to win the game. What were you going to say before I get my thoughts?
AAA.
So my thought is, the way I see it playing out is, if Yuga doesn't duel, the way I could see it playing out, like based on the characters' personalities and stuff like that, is they come down, they challenge Yuga. He's the creator of Rush Duels. He's like, all right, we want to challenge you. we want to face you or whatever. And then Rook steps in. He's like, hold up. You know how he always defends rush duels. He's like, no, I'm not going to let you guys destroy my rush duels. I'm the king of rush duels.
Yeah.
I'm the champion here. So if you're going to try to take down rush duels, you got to face me first. So then that's how that duel interacts. And then I think Rook, that would be the perfect spot for him to lose because maybe a new summon mechanic, and if not that, maybe he'll be blindsided because this is a new like style of dueling that he's not familiar with. So he's going to be caught off guard, and then he'll lose here.
Now I'm surprised he's not the first one out of the gate dueling.
Yeah,
that's what
I
I'm
think
saying,
that's
but-
what tells you that they're
But
not.
I think
gonna
Rook
use
would
the-
step in. I think that's in his personality. He'd be
Yeah.
like, no, I'm going to take care of this duel.
So
'cause
if
I'm the
that
king."
happens, then this pick is negated. Then if like Rook steps in
If that
next week and
happens.
not Yuga.
Yeah.
Well, so we know for a fact Rook is dueling Eugen. Rook is not
Right.
dueling Yuro.
So what if he did 2 in a row? Is what we were
Or what if
saying.
Oh
someone
yeah,
else,
yeah. If this duel is not Yuga, it doesn't
Yeah.
count. Yeah,
even if it was like Gakuto or Roman, like I mean,
doesn't
obviously
count.
it shouldn't be.
It doesn't
but,
count.
You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't count. Yeah.
'cause my
The
opinion
only
is
way
like-
these picks count is if it is Yuga.
Could be
Yoro.
Kaizo.
That'd be interesting.
So my thoughts on it.
I'm picking Kaiser next.
My
Tuesday.
pick, which is probably going to shock some people, is draw no result. It's always risky to pick this, but I think this is a perfect time to do it. They all kind of said what I was going to say about Yuga getting a loss here. I just don't think that it would really fit that well, even though I wouldn't have a problem with it. I don't think they would do. I just don't think they would give a protagonist another loss, and a back-to-back loss at that. And then on top of that, I don't love the idea of a new villain group coming, bringing a new style of dueling and riding duels, and losing. I just think that makes
I
them
don't
look
like
a
that
little
idea
weak.
either, yeah.
Yeah, and so when I was balancing this in my head, I'm like, what would be a really good way to show off the strengths of these characters while still preserving a rematch clause? Because if Yuga beats this guy, then there's no way they're going to rematch at the end, and you would imagine that this guy is at the moment the leader of the Goha siblings. Now this could all get out of whack if Yuga is a Goha sibling and he ends up being the leader. You wouldn't need a rematch. So that's a whole element of it that could kind of negate that point of view. But I don't like rematches when characters have already defeated a character. That's how you get Playmaker Bowman 4 times, and by the 4th time, but really, I mean, it's like give Bowman a
two
win.
draws, right? Two draws?
One draw.
One draw
yeah.
and 3 wins.
1 draw and 3 wins. Yeah.
So
You almost had him.
So the way that you preserve both of those characters, in my opinion, is simply give them a draw or give them a no result. I think it would be very empowering if Yuro says something towards the end of the duel where he says, all right, I think I've seen enough. This was fun, Yuga. And he just shuts down the duel. Maybe that's a feature that he can do with
That's my
riding
second
duels.
guess.
I think that would show off strength where you don't know how it's going to end. And I don't think it makes Yuga look weak. I don't think it makes these villains look weak. I actually think it makes them look a little more menacing. And then next week, you could still have Rook get that big loss. So I just don't like the idea of Yuga losing here. I hate the idea
that's the point,
of the
you know.
Goha
We all
siblings
voted that
losing
pretty-
here.
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard.
and
And
so
so you don't
for
want
me-
either
we
to
all
lose.
voted
Yeah, and
Yuga
so
since
for
it's
me,
scenario.
I think a draw no result is actually decently possible. It's
Yeah.
always super risky picking that result, but I think this is as good a time as ever.
So,
yeah, that was my second guess.
That's
I
the
just-
safest bet.
So,
not really.
My second guess is actually Yuro. Yuga's my third. Yeah,
Really?
Yuga would be my
if
third
I was
guess.
picking with my heart and what I want, I would have picked draw no result. And I always get screwed when I pick draw no result, which is one of the reasons why I didn't pick
Well,
it.
it just never
But
happens.
yeah, but if I was on Dredger's thought process, where he was like feeling him out, got to a point and was like, all right, and then Yuga wins. To me, that reminds me of Bowman Yusaku round 1, right? Where he basically says, I wanted to see how far I could push your limits until they got to the draw, right?
Yeah, I know.
So like he was like, yeah, I could have
Round
I
3,
could have
you mean.
I could have won. He's like, I could have won, but
Round 3.
yeah.
I wanted to see how far.
I wanted to see how far I could take it.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's the way.
The other way you could do a result like that where they would still look strong is Yuga is doing an attack. Yuro has a face down that could have brought another turn, and
doesn't
he just
use it.
doesn't use it because he's seen enough.
I feel like we've seen that before too.
Yeah, Yuga's done.
If
Yuga's
he
done everything at
technically
this point.
surrenders, doesn't that count as a loss?
If Yoro surrenders, then Yuga wins. Yeah.
Surrender is
Yeah.
a loss.
If Yuga
yeah.
surrenders, then Yuro wins. Yeah. Of
The-
course.
my first pick obviously was Yuga, but my second pick was 100% a draw no result. I don't think letting Yuri win Yuro.
Yuro, yeah.
I'll say his name right for this. I don't think seeing him win this early just works, but I can't see Yuga losing. But draw no result, as you said, is a hard to pick. So
it's complicated, right? Because
This is a weird duel.
you
to
have
right
it's
on
not
there.
even that.
Yeah, it
it's
is. It's
you
too
have
soon.
Yeah.
You have 6 characters. This isn't
Like,
just Asana,
No.
just Nail. Like there's 6 characters here.
Mhm.
So if they wipe the
But this
floor
guy's
with
clearly the
Yuga
leader.
here, and then
That's
next
what
week
bothers
Rook
me. Why
also
him?
loses, like where are we going with the show here?
Yeah, this guy's clearly the leader.
But maybe
of
he's
the
not
group.
the leader. Maybe Mr. Goha's the leader.
Yeah.
And Asana, and he's just the oldest.
Or maybe
oldest.
Yuga will be the leader if he becomes a sibling.
Yeah, exactly. So you
There's
have
so
to
many
pick-
variables here.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a nightmare duel to pick. It really
This
is.
two's gonna be
And
hard.
we don't even know for a 100% fact if Yuga's the one dueling.
Imagine it's like, oh,
Do we even
God.
know if there is gonna be a duel?
Oh, yeah. There's definitely
Yeah?
a riding
Okay.
duel.
I almost
Yeah.
hope
Well,
it's
yeah,
not
right.
Yuga.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course, yeah.
I almost
They're gonna
hope
bang
that
them
it's
all.
not Yuga dueling. I just like there's just this weird.
That would be the best possible
There's just this
thing.
weird thing. Like I feel like it would almost be better if it wasn't him off the bat.
It would have to be Gakuto. I
Yeah.
think.
But that's fine. It
Yeah.
could be Roa for all I care. I just
Could be
think
anybody.
it would almost make more sense
Well,
for
listen.
it to be somebody else.
If we guess picked for this last week, we would have assumed it was Rook versus this Guru character.
Right.
Nowhere did it say Otis was dueling.
Yeah.
So it could be some random character dueling him, but I don't know.
I just
We'll
can't
see.
believe
Maybe it's
that. Like,
Swirly.
Imagine.
Oh my! It's
he is
Swirly.
he is speaking.
when do you get to the point where, for
I
you
didn't consider
personally,
Yeah.
where Yuga keeps losing and you have a problem with it? Like, do you just not have a problem at all?
Well, I don't
Like,
have a
he
problem
could
at
have
all.
like 13 losses
have
by
a-
the end of the show.
I
and you
don't
care?
have a problem at all right now because I think it's a new arc and I'd rather see my villain group built up a little more. If Yuga went out and dueled against, the quality of character is probably the most important aspect of that. So I would have a problem if Yuga dueled next week against Nikiagi and lost. Then I have a
all right,
problem.
But let's
But
keep it in the scope of reality.
I don't have a. Well, that's exactly it.
But
That's
what
why I
I'm
don't
saying
have a
is,
problem. I don't have a problem with
another
him losing to a
character-
main villain.
Yeah, but what about another character of just consequence that's been in the show? What if he rematched Nail again and he lost?
Good for Nail.
But like, none of that
Interesting.
bothers you?
It wouldn't. It really
And
wouldn't.
who's your favorite character
I
again?
don't know.
Yuga's one of my favorites. Roman's probably my other.
Interesting.
I love Yuga's ability to read people and the foresight that he has, and that mysterious element that he has as well.
Yeah,
I
love Yuga. He went 4-13 through the show, but what a great character.
But
was.
he's also the one who clutches it every time you need someone to clutch. Every time rush duels are on the line, he
Technically
steps up his game.
I mean, technically speaking, he didn't clutch the duel against Rook. He just reinstalled it.
But
yeah,
he didn't
you're
need
right.
to,
with the
to
rein-
keep rush duels alive.
Yeah, no, well,
Yeah,
it didn't matter who won the duel.
But also Nail
He
did a
reinstalled
lot
it,
of
but
that.
it didn't
Nail
matter
and
who
his
won the
team
duel.
did a lot of that.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, but Yuga was
And it
obviously
didn't matter who
heavily
won the
involved.
duel. all that you can need to do is reinstall. You could have won and reinstalled.
Yeah, but
it, right?
Yuga's attention was diverted in that duel. You
What's
didn't
the
even
most?
saw him.
What was the most clutch situation? Entire season, for season 1. Give me the most.
I'd
clutch.
say beating Nail. That was. You don't think that was an impressive win?
Yeah, that was impressive. But
Beating Roa.
who's the main character?
No.
Yuga.
Roa doesn't have a quality win in his
Did you
book.
say Roa?
That's
Who'd you say
true.
Roa?
No, Pete said
Sadly.
Roa. I think Yuga's the main
Wait,
character.
didn't
What?
You said Roa?
No, I said Roa doesn't have a quality win in his book.
Yuga's
Exactly.
the main character.
Okay, so how are you gonna have your main character couldn't clutch up and win the tournament?
He didn't need to. He joined the villains. He joined the
Still-
prior
Yeah,
villains.
this guy- I got
He
problems with
didn't,
this
he didn't
guy.
deserve to win. He didn't even want to become the king of duels.
He looked pretty upset after he lost, didn't he?
He
Well,
was
that
upset.
was
He
that was
really wanted to
that,
defeat Rook.
That was
That he
the
couldn't
first,
really
clutch
wanted
up.
it.
The main character couldn't clutch up.
but he saved rush duels.
Yes,
did, yeah.
again, I'm not discarding that. But did he clutch up?
He didn't clutch up in
Okay.
that duel. Well, he lost. I thought he dueled well. He negated.
I didn't say he didn't duel
He
bad.
negated 5 attacks in that last turn, bro.
I mean, you know.
It just gets to a point with me where he literally keeps constantly losing.
Yeah, he's not.
Like it just.
You
it's
can't take him
it's
seriously.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
How many times did Yuma lose in Zexel?
Yeah, but Yuma's different. He was written to lose a lot in the beginning, but then after that, he didn't lose.
He lost like 40 duels, bro.
Yes, but
Can
those
we-
were back.
can we get a
those
back
were
check on that?
flashbacks, though, that don't even count.
Hold on. You're
Let's get a fact check.
fudging the numbers.
Yeah,
You're
you
fudging
are,
the
you are.
numbers.
Wow.
For the dono.
Those
Look in the
don't
books.
count.
That's like
Listen.
me counting every time you say possibly lost to Jack in the past. That doesn't count at all.
Well, that would be 1. It's not 40.
That's what we saw. Oh, okay, what about all the stuff in Arc 5, right? Didn't Yuya have a whole bunch of losses there when he was trying to qualify?
He did.
Right. Do you look at him and go, wow, he's a terrible character?
Well, yeah, but not
At,
for
at,
that
at,
reason.
at all your pro tags, at all your pro tags, who clutched up the most?
Yusaku.
play make.
I don't know Yusaku, so I can't make comment.
He's a
But
brave.
I think Yusei kind of clutches up.
Yusei clutched up.
3v1s, you know.
Ask him how many times Yusaku lost.
How many times Yusaku lose?
0.
Wow.
Nada.
Was
All
it
right,
much?
but there's a happy
that's why
medium
he's
in
JC's
between.
favorite
Yeah, I don't
Great
like
losses
I don't
and
like
great
0 versus
Well,
like 50.
So that's
You
why
need
he's
higher.
your favorite
But
character.
also,
Exactly.
there is
Yuga.
no way that Yuga will lose more than 8 times this show. There's no way.
That's insane.
He's already
even
at how
to-
many?
Even to say that he's at 5 now.
But I think
8 losses for your protagonist is crazy.
well, but how many times did Goku lose a battle? Or how many times did
Not
Gon from
often.
Hunter x Hunter? Nick T's watching Hunter x Hunter. Now, I've never seen Hunter x Hunter. And he said the protagonist of Hunter x Hunter has gotten beaten within an inch of his life at least 5
Yeah, but
times.
we're talking 2 different
Different-
But
shows.
it's
different
shonen.
shows,
It's the same
different areas.
genre.
Yeah, but different shows.
I
We're
just think
talking
that-
Yu-Gi-Oh, so it's
Yu-Gi-Oh!
different.
Well,
is-
I think with Yu-Gi-Oh, we've been accustomed to a certain type
And they
of
have
protagonist.
broken a lot of traditions.
Yeah.
So.
We're
Which I'm
comparing
fine with
apples and
that.
oranges, bro.
Yeah, I'm fine
They're
with
both
breaking
fruits, but they're not the same.
traditions.
I would
But
think
like,
fruits
there
and
gets to a
vegetables.
point where like I'm not gonna take you seriously.
Yeah.
I would think that of any character, if Gakuto had 25 losses up to this point, I go, wow, he's literally awful.
He's already
Yeah, no, I agree. That's why I don't like a character like Shingo. I call him 0-9 Shingo. Right? That's the same. Now, that's the same.
Like
exact
actually,
theory
if
there.
you really start thinking about it, Yuga's dueled a lot, but who has the most losses on this show?
Yuga. But he duels the best opponents.
He does. He does.
You're not
but
wrong, but how you gonna have your main character the most losses?
Outside of Yuga, can you name any good character that Rook has beaten?
That Rook is beaten.
He's beat Yuga twice.
I said outside
Yeah.
of Yuga.
Outside of Yuga,
Every
No,
single
but
person
we're gonna
he's
get
dueled.
more into that now.
Well, yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see. I don't know.
Didn't he duel Yoshio? Yoshio's a pretty good duelist.
Alpha 9 Shingo. That is so good.
oh,
You want to go back to some donos?
Yeah, we'll do some donuts. Do we have any on the link?
Yes, we do.
Sure.
It's a good debate though, and if Yuga loses this duel, the community is gonna. It'll be interesting. To
Yeah,
see.
like I'm not for that. Like I'm not saying that there should be anarchy amongst the fans. I'm just saying that like I'm gonna start looking
we
at
like
him
anarchy.
I'm just
a
hoping
little
Dill's
bit
picks
differently. You know what I mean?
there's no
well
next episode description for the next. The
for
following?
55. No, we
No?
just know that Rook is dueling that.
Oh, they said that specifically.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I don't know. It's it's a fascinating debate. It definitely is. It definitely is. Let me see here. Link.
Yeah, but also Otis is not the protagonist of the show, and Otis is all of what he is doing is for a reason. He's lost specifically
Yeah.
He's the
to
Akama
engineer
Reggie of the
things
show.
that are happening. So you
That's
can't
what he
put that
is.
in the same category.
Yeah. I do agree with that.
I thought I read it right.
C. Sanadvan, thank you for the donation. I realize 4 main panel members are parallels of Seven's characters. Dylan, main guy, theories are usually wrong, like Yuga losing. Pete, lead dog and pick 'em like Rook's record. Nick T, musician like Roman. Cal, most trashed on like Gakuto.
Damn.
It's actually
That's
fair, that's
not,
fair.
It's not a bad comparison.
That's
And then I
cool.
guess Dredger's Kaizo.
I'll
Oh
be
my
Kaizo.
god. Thank you, Sean.
That's good.
X-Slayer, thank you for the $5
Thank
donation.
you
What
for
Yu-Gi-Oh
the
series is your
dono.
favorite? Mine right now is Sevens. Wow, answer it or else get pied. My favorite, I don't like to say my favorite, but what is your favorite? Zexel?
Favorite what?
Yu-Gi-Oh right now.
I would say Zexel.
Dale? Calibro? You've only seen Vrains and Sevens. I mean, which one?
It would be Vrains only because I want to see how Sevens plays out.
That's very
Like I
fair.
can't add something as my favorite. I
You
feel
got
like
him.
until
Yeah, you don't have it.
but it's
other
on its
option.
way. Sevens on its way.
Yeah.
I
Dredge?
haven't finished 5Ds, but 5Ds.
Pete?
5D.
I guess I'm getting pied in the face. X-Slayer.
Why?
I don't like to answer what my favorites and least favorites are. I don't want to start.
You're gonna have to do it sometime.
I want you to start
at some
playing
point.
more.
At some point, I'll do it. X-Slayer, you can pie me, bro, if you ever come over. Goose, thank you for the luck 777 donation. Appreciate it. Don't need to, but let's counter with some Goose love. Super Saiyan Pete, the most nuzzy of Nuzlocke Dredger. Hole-in-one Cal. Yeah, he is. The legend to the dairy, legendary duels. The host with the most, the man with the plan, the fellow Aki stan, Dylan.
I
Oh,
like that.
wow, that was good.
Much love, yo. Goose,
Every
we
week,
love
man.
ya. AC, bro. Wild
Goose.
West. Here we go, baby. Here we go,
That's right, we'll see
baby.
him tomorrow.
Yeah, bro, hi,
Goose.
man.
We love you,
Good.
dude. Ivrea, thank you for the $5 donation. Donation because you guys are some of the few people in the U.S. that say the word homage correctly, and it makes me
Homage.
happy. Homage.
Homage.
correctly.
Homage.
You just screwed
You
it
just-
up.
Oh my!
Take back your $5, Ivrea.
Yeah,
Take it back.
no.
Every
And it
send
makes
your
me happy,
Venmo.
LOL.
We'll send you that $5.
Homage?
Homage.
You said
Homage.
Homage.
No.
I'm
Homage,
literally
that's
gonna,
what I said it.
I'm gonna
Say
It's like
homage one more
It's
time.
like omelet. Same concept. Homage.
No, it's like honor.
Yeah, like honor. Yeah.
Like
You
honor.
wanted to join the podcast?
No, I didn't.
H-O-N,
Apparently,
you
I
don't
just
pronounce the
brought
H?
on.
Ivrea, thank you. Thank you, Ivrea.
We're gonna have a talk after this, though.
Thank you, Ivory. Thank you.
Thank you.
Content, thank you for the $2 donation. So how it works that it uses high voltage static electricity to disrupt and fry electronics. With my Rook watch, I have broken one phone, an AC unit, and permanently shut down 3 vending machines. My watch is capable of 20 kV, and I need to turn it on to use it. What is still a mystery to me is how I can use it, how he can use it on command, while I need to turn the electricity on to use it. But I love my watch, saying Ruko Deburo or Ruko Devil and shocking electronics and telling people that I'm cursed with calamity when they ask what I did. Is Content... Has he created the Rook watch in real
I think
life?
he has.
He shut down vending machines.
And I like that.
Wow,
Does
that's
that mean when he
chaotic.
shuts it down that he can reach in and have all of the snacks fall for free?
That sounds great.
I hope so.
That's a good question.
That's actually
That's
pretty
the most
amazing.
important question of the night.
Then he'll end up looking like Rook and Roman did when they were crossing the bridge and
Oh
they
my
ate after
god,
Sweets Kakako.
that's right. Oh,
You know that
Content.
part?
Yeah.
I wish you the best with your devil watch. Thank you. C, thank you for the $1 donation. Since Yoshio's cards are motorcycle based and he's in the cast, maybe it's him who duels Yuro. That actually is not a horrible
say it again?
theory. Yoshio's cards are motorcycle based. Mad Max, maybe he duels Yuro in the.
I mean,
riding
he's
duel.
been basically dead.
He is in the cast list,
We
which
haven't
is kind
seen
of
him
bizarre.
in a lifetime.
Yo.
That'd be pretty cool.
Which one's yours?
Limestone,
He's,
thank you
he's-
for
Oh,
the
that's what I thought of.
$5 donation. You guys going to settle this in a ring? JK, it's interesting to listen to the
Oh, we'll
debates.
fight.
I don't think
love
you guys
debating.
wanna be in a
and,
ring with
and
me.
Dredger is a great debater, and he always brings up a lot of good points.
I
and
know.
doesn't
No.
back down. Pete and I have had some great debates on Sevens Up, and I'm sure we will continue to have one. But at the end of the day, follow what we're doing. While we disagree on some things, it never gets personal. It never gets.
Oh, we're gonna.
Oh, it gets very personal. Are you kidding me?
We're getting a ring.
Just wait till the camera goes off. Are you?
It never gets to a point where it puts anything
Thank
actually in
you
line. At the end of the day,
for
this
the
is a show.
dono.
Let's all enjoy it. Let's all be civil. Even though most people that I'm speaking to about that do not watch my channel, just a lot of idiots out there. So,
Whoa.
but you can debate friendly.
Oh, that's a good.
I'm just being
Wow.
honest.
That escalated quickly.
If you're still bashing the show and you've never seen it, you don't have a life. It's as simple as
All
that.
right, you know what?
You mind grabbing X Layers one more?
Yes,
There you
yes. I'm sorry I missed it, X. But did it just
go.
come
No,
in?
he literally just sent it.
X Slayer, thank you
No
for the
love.
$1 donation. The cover card name for Burst of Destiny just got revealed. What?
Wasn't that the revolver thing?
No, I think that's a different one. Because that's the cover card.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't know the cover card. What's the
Oh
name, bro?
yeah.
What's the name? Let's get this.
It should be on Yu-Gi-Oh organization. Let me check.
We'll check that. We're gonna do some more
Oh, it's right
supers.
Let's do some.
What's the name? What's the
suits.
name of the card? What's the name of it?
Boral Code Dragon.
Boral Code Dragon.
Boral Code Dragon. Yep.
Cool name.
Like it.
A mixture of decode and Boral. It's cool. Love it. Love it.
Love it.
Jump back to some super donos. Philip
Super.
Rosewood donated $10. You like that?
Philip just came by last week for went crazy with donations.
Yeah, he's
and
gonna do it
back.
again.
He's gonna do it. Oh God, Philip, thank you so much.
He's
dude.
gonna do it.
Thank you.
So
Philip.
he goes, how you guys doing? Wanted to
Good.
correct my statement from last week. Dill, I've actually been watching your videos since your Arc 5 reviews back on Clueless Gamers.
Wow, Philip.
Keep up the great work. Can't wait for the siblings.
Yes, siblings will be next week. So next week is don't miss Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens next week, and don't miss talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens Up because we are going to have a lot to
it's
talk
gonna be
about.
fun. Oh, yeah.
And based on what happens in the result, there could be some fireworks.
There's
so
gonna be a battle.
it's
for
going to be
that.
very,
Yeah,
very
it's-
exciting.
This is where Dredger's just going to beat the shit out of
Okay,
Dill.
I
on
don't know
stream.
about that.
I wanted to beat up Nick T. Philip, thank you
Okay,
so
I'll
much
do that.
for the generous
I'm just
donation,
gonna hit
man.
Phillips right now. So Philip donated another $10.
Thank
And said
you, man.
maybe this next episode could be the start of the siblings trying to subtly get Yuga to their side.
Yeah.
Especially with them not only showing up, but the leader taking him on could happen. We'll see.
You know what I think is going to be a huge indicator next week? I think next week we could get a massive indicator, whether it's, and I'm happy you said that, Philip, whether it's said outright or said in a hinting, foreshadowing way that
I want to do
Yuga
the
is-
Dragon Ball style.
that Yuga's-
Just say that he's the bro. That's good, the little bro.
I can see
just
that,
say
yeah.
it.
that he's the sibling.
Just say it.
I think that's what we're
They
going.
just say, "Oh, brother Yuga," and he'd be like, "Huh?"
And then just breaks him. Much like he was broke after the nail duel, he's just broken.
Man, imagine if his name's not actually Yuga, but it's that theory of
Yudo?
Taker Napper,
Yeah.
Yudo,
The
Goha.
anagram.
Oh my God, that would be nuts.
That would be pretty insane.
Never
shit.
know. We will see.
Philip, thank you so much, dude.
He came back and donated another $10.
Philip, thank
and
you.
said, I think thanks to Arc 5 showing our love for legacy characters, shoving it, our legacy characters, our love for legacy characters down our throat. I don't want that again after Arc 5. I'm burnt out on that, but that's just me. So, Dill, chill on the legacy theories, man. Please.
Philip, just for you, my man, because you're so generous to me, I will chill out for the rest of this stream.
Still does not know how to chill.
Listen, I think legacy characters hurt Arc 5. I think we all kind of feel that way, or at least most of us do. I think legacy characters can still be really cool as long as they do not take away from the main characters and the main focus of the story. They did in Arc 5, and I would love to... So, Philip, I do disagree with you there. I would love to see a Jack Atlas show up. But if he shows up, have it be for an episode or two.
Right.
We don't need Jack in the whole rest of the show. We don't need Jack versing the main villain of the show. We just don't need it, man. So,
I mean,
you know,
do you need it?
I don't need it.
I need it.
So, Philip, I do disagree with you there, but I'm not going to calm down with the theories. But Philip, that's one of the.
I'm not gonna calm
That's that's one of the reasons you watch this podcast. Don't lie to yourself.
At least he's honest.
Don't lie to yourself, Philip. That's why you watch this channel. Love you, man. Thank you so much for the donations, dude. Thank you so much,
I've
man.
never seen someone backtrack.
You
so
can thank
quickly
him
in my
again.
life.
He's like, you know what? Actually, no.
Oh
I'm
my
not gonna do
God.
that.
Thank you.
So, answering the question we had from earlier,
Yes.
he said fave characters from each series goes as follows. Duel Monsters is Bakura, and then we're going to also have GX is going to be Edo Bastion, 5Ds is Bruno, Yusei, Zexel is going to be Vector and Kaito, and then we have in Arc 5, we have Shun, and this is what, Shinji.
Shinji Weber. Wow.
And then Vrains in Revolver, Roboppy, Post Body, and Tiger in Sevens along with Asana.
Yes, well, Dredge loves Tiger as well.
Tiger's great.
Tiger's great.
Yeah.
She's a little aggressive, but she's great.
Yeah, Bakura would be in my top 5 for Duel Monsters as well. Edo would probably be top 10 for me. Bruno's up there. Shun and yeah, Vector. Yeah, absolutely.
I just want
Good
to watch
list.
Zexel so bad now.
Yeah, Zexel's good, man.
Everyone's
Zexel's
just
good.
talking all this good stuff.
Good
about
list.
it, man.
Philip, thank you so much, man. Do we have any more from Philip or?
Yes.
Oh my God.
He donated another $5 and he
Jesus.
said, we need the siblings to be a threat while also preserving the integrity of the main character. So I also think a draw can happen.
Yeah. I think it's possible.
I think it's a possibility.
Definitely
Even
possible.
not a draw. I think no result is more likely than a draw. I think that they stop the duel.
I've seen
straight
your
up.
skills enough.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
exactly
good.
what I can see play out. Yeah, I've seen enough of your skills, Oto Yuga, and then he ends
Oh,
the duel.
dude.
Yeah,
That would be perfect. I'm
yeah,
fine with
because
that.
then you have a rematch down the road against them.
I've seen
Yeah.
enough of your skills, little brother.
Yeah.
And then it
Oh
goes
my
back.
God.
Little brother.
That would be
And
insane.
then that's how we end the
Philip,
episode.
I'm happy you agree with my pick there. If you're not in the
That's how
pick'em
the show
league,
ends.
play in the pick'em.
That's how the show ends.
That's how they end the whole show.
Imagine.
So episode 55 is just a red herring. This actually is the last
my
episode
God.
of
That'd be crazy.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yikes.
All right, so Philip, thank you so much. That's the end of Philip for
Philip, thank you so much, my man. I'm gonna run up and use the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right, I'll pretend I'm Dylan.
Yeah.
Thank you,
So
Philip.
Cal, seriously, Orion donated €5.
Seriously, thank you. Seriously.
Actually, it's not for you. He said this is for Dredge.
Oh, sorry.
Glad to have you be a new member of the squad. Definitely looking forward to having your energy and opinions going forward.
Thank you,
Right,
seriously,
right,
Ryan.
right,
Hope
man.
I can bring something a little different to the table and hopefully not torture you guys with my terrible picks.
Yeah,
and,
great.
It can't be
favorite
worse
characters.
than Dill.
Yeah.
Can't
This
be
is
worse
true,
than
drawing
Dill.
on
And they
results,
put up
so.
with that guy every week.
Every week, you guys are
That guy,
something.
you know.
You guys actually deserve a reward.
Yeah, I don't
You
know
really
how
do.
But seriously, thank you so much. And yes, Dredge, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you.
Kyle donated another $2 and said, Pete, and this is, I guess, quoting me in this case.
Yeah.
And this is the sun position. So when I was saying,
The
like,
robot, yeah.
all the different
Yeah.
things of, like, the robots on the moon. Like,
Yeah.
that's basically what it's like talking to him.
Thank
it's like, he'll
you
go, well, the
for the
sun was
dono."
actually in this frame this week.
Yep.
So you know what that can mean?
Well-
they have a weapon that destroys the sun. I'm like, no.
Yeah,
that's not what that
literally
means
what
at
goes
all.
through his head.
But I mean, it could.
No.
No, see, no.
No.
I'm just being Dylan.
It's
Just remember
just,
that.
yeah.
These
That's
words are
what
not
it's-
my own.
That's what it's like, even off camera. That's what it's
Yeah,
like.
it's the
Even
same.
when it doesn't have to do with Yukio. That's what it's like.
Very true.
He's
all
just
the
always
time.
reaching.
Literally all the time. There's just some ridiculous theory on something and you go, no. Like, these are people's lives we're talking about right now.
Could happen.
But yeah. Thank you so much for the donation.
Thank you.
Kaio. He came back and donated another 10 real
Thank you, Kyle.
and said, all seasons start with a dream. Crack theory. Yuga is in a coma, and the dreams are the time he is really awake. Also, and then he added, Shadow Realm Z said that the meteor is Nail playing with satellites again. You never know.
That's a good crack theory. But I would hope it's not just everything's a dream and Yuga's in a coma.
I hate
dreams.
Things like that.
Yeah, like at the end of the entire show, he wakes up.
They said that forever with Walking Dead, where they're like, what if Rick is in a coma all the time? I'm like, no,
I'd throw up.
terrible.
And I mean, the meteor thing could be. Nail knows how to play with those satellites up in the sky.
Accident. He didn't mean to do it. He was 3.
It was an accident.
He was 3.
Or is he a genius 3-year-old playing with satellites?
I mean, was he a genius 3-year-old? Sure, but he didn't mean it.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I will say it's kind of messed up that his family just abandoned him after that.
I mean,
you think that was okay? He's 3.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, work with him.
When you're trying to destroy the world by dropping satellites on it, maybe you should go somewhere else.
God, you guys are harsh, man.
Well, yeah.
But thank you, Kyle.
Buddy.
Another Kyle one was another 2 real.
Thank
He
you,
said
Kyle.
Otis and the new hologram man. Moy was he trying to say? I don't know if you misspelled that. Confirmed. So I don't know if that was misspelled or we're just not picking up on that. But yeah, what if we make Swirly the new hologram?
I'm not gonna lie to
Go
you.
for that? We make Swirly the new hologram, man.
No.
I got my bold prediction for the season. Swirly duels at least one more time.
Well, has to.
Oh yeah, of course.
Has to.
All right, fine, 2 more times.
Okay.
Oh wow.
For the arc?
No. Yeah, for the arc.
Nah, there's no way they're fitting that.
55 summary just came out.
You want to cut to that?
Read it real quick.
All right, here we
To
go.
everyone who donated, thank you so much.
Read it.
Wait, spoilers for 55.
For 55. Just gonna read it real quick.
Read it.
Doesn't really reveal anything. Yugioh and the Sea. The second eldest brother of the Goha siblings and the self-proclaimed man of the sea, Yugioh, shows up at Goha 7th Elementary. Using his power as a president of Goha, he turns the schoolyard into the sea and commences a duel in the middle of the ocean against Luke.
Sure.
What?
Sure, that's cool.
Well, again, they have total control over everything.
Best jokes of that episode are going to be Gakuto and the student council yelling about how they just destroyed the schoolyard.
Yeah.
I just mowed that grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, not much to take there. We'll talk a lot more about that next week on 7's Up.
Awesome.
But that will be Rook's first duel of the arc, we'd imagine.
Damn.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Electric Kevin donated another $5 Australian.
Thank you,
He said
Kevin.
with the siblings showing up and dueling this early, it makes me feel like Sevens will keep the 13-episode arc, which I like, but I know others don't.
I don't like it personally.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, I think most people
But
don't.
yeah, it feels like we're staying with 13.
But I agree with Kevin. I think that we're staying with 13. But, like,
I think these characters, like I said, are sticking around after this arc.
I completely agree.
I just think that would
You
be
have
like...
to. I don't
Yeah,
Because
no,
like,
they
at
are,
that
yeah.
point, you're
well, the
in a
opening
room,
shows them so much. So
in
what?
a writer's room, too, like, it's like, all right, well, we just got rid of that idea. Where do we go next? Like,
Yeah.
you start throwing stuff at a wall, and
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I think this arc could end with Yuga joining them.
I was gonna say this arc
Yeah.
could be maybe end with either Yuga joining them or Yuga actually finding out that he is one of the Goha siblings.
Yeah.
Like that's how the arc could end and transition to kind of now what is he gonna do?
Yep, I completely agree.
So,
Completely
I think
agree.
it's a possibility.
which would kind of make it almost seem like an extended arc anyway,
Yeah.
because it would still be
Yeah,
involving
it
the
would
same
continuing
group
that,
of characters.
Yeah, that's what they'd have to do. Well,
Yeah.
Kevin, thank you very much.
We need a breaking news kind of like segment, like for Streamlabs setup. We need one of those.
Oh, for when like the summaries
when
come
that
in,
happens,
we
we need one of
do.
those.
We do.
Facts.
Kyle did another 5 real and said, guys,
Kyle.
what about that Kaizo scene? This drone was trying to use Yuga's fears against him later. He is, how much of an asshole drone can he be?
I don't think that was a throwaway line. I
He's
didn't.
the worst.
I didn't even touch
man.
it because he's a complete douchebag.
He's such a,
I mean, if I was Yuga, I would immediately dismantle him. He literally is a liability, and I know Yuga doesn't
yeah,
know
'cause
what
you can't
happened.
trust him ever.
Yeah, I know Yuga doesn't know what happened at Maximum Mountain when he dueled Rook, but like he is a complete
Or
liability.
yeah, and then
to
he
the team.
sided with Gohan double
complete
six.
liability to the team. I would disintegrate him.
He
ASAP.
saved rush duels.
Well, yes.
He saved it when Yuga forced him to do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, but without
I know.
Kaizo,
That's why.
Yeah, but
they're
I
not
can.
getting
At
rid
this
of
point,
him.
I can make another Kaizo.
True.
I'm Yuga.
Yeah.
I'm a genius inventor.
and to Nick T's point, F Kaizo.
I agree with that.
I agree.
I agree.
Right?
I feel like there has to be some specific reason why Yuga has kept Kaizo around for so long. He needs him for something.
He needs Goha
He
property.
definitely needs.
Well, he uses them for those hacking scenes.
Yeah, but he could also just like like you said, create another
I
robot.
don't
So
know.
why keep him around? There's something more specific.
Maybe he has
Emotional-
just a- he has
emotional
an
But
emotional
attachment.
isn't Kaizo
Maybe,
a go-out
yeah.
robot that he hacks?
Because he doesn't
Yeah.
get rid of
Yeah.
any of
Kaizo's
his
like
So maybe he
his-
can't
Right.
get another
Yeah.
robot to hack.
Well, Kaizo's like
That's
his
the
first
problem.
Yeah.
road, I feel like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
That was his
Yeah,
first
so- yeah,
invention.
so it's
His
a
you
baby.
know?
baby. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
It's
he's
like
just the worst.
I agree.
it's like, you know, like some people get like a knitted blanket from their grandmother when they're a little kid and they still have it.
Yeah.
Something along those, like I just
Even though
can't
it's
get rid of it.
uncomfortable
Yeah,
and itchy
it might be
I hate
25
it,
years. Well, no, it might be 25 years old and it might just sit at the foot of your bed, but you're not gonna get rid of it.
It's ugly.
I don't know.
That's
I don't know.
Kyle donated another
You don't
2 real,
That's not a legendary take. I'll tell you that.
all right.
and he said he was burning calories.
I think that was in reference to
burner.
Soul Burner
Yes.
with his
Shirtless,
shirt off.
he was burning.
Did we confirm that?
We confirmed
I was
that you're
trying to
out of
look
your
for it. I couldn't
mind
find
that
the picture.
it was not
Yeah,
the
you're
case.
crazy.
Yeah, we
No one
confirmed it.
showed me the picture.
You were
Everyone
fantasizing. That's
confirmed
basically
it.
what was going
everyone
on.
confirmed it
You
in
were
chat.
burning up for Soul
So
Burner.
Soul Burner had his shirt on. Why
had
did
his
why
shirt
did I
on.
think? Why did we?
Because
think
you
he was
wanted
shirtless?
to
What do you
be
mean
there.
we? Why'd you put me into that?
Why did we?
JC,
he
that
can never
JC,
go
that's
down
what he
alone.
does.
You almost said
He
him,
never
and then
wants
he-
to go down alone.
I
He's
know.
taking someone with him. He doesn't care who.
What do
Hey,
you
He
mean
just
and he almost got away with it.
he reads the room and sees who he
Nah,
can take
I'm
with
too
him.
quick. I noticed that.
He
No.
almost. Got away with it.
That was good. You got me there. You gotta give me props. All right.
That was quick. But I still could not.
Yeah, you caught on.
Give
that.
him
There's-
Why did we? Yeah. Thank you for the donation.
Kyle donated another 2 real and said, just another day for my Valentine. Am I right?
I love my mouth.
Am I right?
I love my
Well, you know,
mouth.
you were implying something.
Oh my.
Will you be my Valentine?
She gets a lot of things done.
Remember how she was introduced to the show,
she gets
Dredge?
things
Remember?
He wasn't ready.
You know, there was some suggestive nature between her and the dinosaur man. Let's just say that.
That's why she's Dredger's favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were real lines.
I'm gonna let it go today.
He threatened me on my own podcast.
Dylan, I want to let you something know right now. I never threaten. I only make promises.
That should be more terrifying.
That is
Yeah,
more
I'd be so
terrifying,
much more
actually.
terrified right now. Yikes.
Because that's a promise.
Well, I already know how I'm gonna die.
No, tomorrow night I'm probably.
Can you elaborate on
he's
that?
gonna be like pulling DJ at 3 in the morning. 2 + 3, and then I'll just kill him. I don't know. It's gonna be great. Good time. AC.
AC, bro.
IRL stream coming at you.
I can't wait.
In the room, I'm gonna do an IRL stream.
all
Be
right.
ready.
So that man 666 donated $6.66.
Thank
and
you, that
said
man.
favorite characters. So again, that question. Bakura. Nothing for the GX anime, sadly.
Oh, I don't blame
you.
Okay. Jack, Yuma, and then
there's some
these names you have to help me out with. What is Wog and Mao?
Wagamau?
Yeah, so WAGA and then MAOU.
Mao?
That's not something I recognize.
That's not
From Arc 5?
Then
says
he said
Arc, yeah.
Zark as well after that. So I assume it might be in that.
I don't know who he's talking
That I don't know if that's a misspell or so, but that was
Nah,
one
that
I
does-
did not
That
recognize.
has to be a miss.
But Zark he put
There's
as
no
my
way.
overlord related
I
to
know.
the woes meme and nail for now. To sevens.
Yeah.
So I apologize if you meant something else, but yeah, that is not something I recognize. Don't know.
I mean,
But thank you so much
It
for
is
the
what it
donation.
is.
Yes, thank you for the donation.
yeah.
And we
I mean,
continue with
yeah,
that
I guess.
because seriously, Orion donated €10 and said that
Thank you
my phase.
for the
Easy. You
dono.
love us.
Yeah, Pegasus and Mai. So there
Thank
we
you.
go. So
Wow.
you're making the right decision there.
Oh, yeah.
GX is Judai and Johan Zane. Okay, and then
All
5Ds
good, yeah.
we have Carly. Haven't
Wow.
watched past.
She hasn't
haven't
watched past Dark
past
Sign.
Dark Sign.
Oh, that's
really?
why.
That's still no.
And you
that's
said-
still wrong.
And then not
Still
seen Zexel.
Not even an opinion,
and
it's wrong.
Arc 5. So it's not seen Zexel and Arc 5.
Okay.
Reigns is Revolver, Windy, and I. And from Sevens, Roman, Nail, Yuga.
Yeah.
Yeah, good list.
okay.
I agree with most
It's a good
of it.
list.
Yeah.
It's a good list.
Carly's an interesting. I'd like to know why Carly.
But had
It's
not
interesting.
seen
Yeah.
past Dark
She's a
fun
Sign.
character.
I mean,
She's
I guess.
fun. Yeah, she's fun.
Like
yeah.
I can always tell when he
Dill's got
doesn't
that.
like a
What are you
character because
implying?
he tapers off and he just goes, "Yeah, they're good." You know, and I know
No, she had a good.
that's how 0-9 starts. That's how
Here
those
we go,
start.
Here we go.
No, the less said the better. But yeah, thank you seriously. I appreciate the donation.
God help me. Oh my God. Philip Rosewood just donated $20.
Philip, dude, thank you so
and
much.
said, as someone who's watched and read every Yu-Gi-Oh anime and
my
manga,
God.
Wow, me too.
I'd say that Sevens can most definitely pull off one of the best villain groups in the franchise, and if they make Yuga a sibling and by extension a main villain.
If they go down that route, I think you're absolutely right. I think the thing is, I agree. And Philip, another huge donation. Thank you so much for tonight, man, and for
popping
last
off.
week. Thank you, Philip.
Thank you, Philip.
Very unnecessary.
This guy
Thank
just
you.
don't miss.
He doesn't miss. There is infinite potential right now. I think everyone would agree with that.
Yeah.
That's
There's
how it is for every
infinite
show
potential
when
with
it's
this
ongoing.
new villain group, and we've never seen in Yu-Gi-Oh a Protag turning on his friends to join a villain group.
But don't you want to know where you came from?
Kind of
The
in,
protagonist, no.
yeah, not really. Kind of in. I don't want to say the show,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
a little bit, but not really.
That was kind of different scenario.
yeah, very different, and there
yeah.
wasn't a group like this.
Yeah, exactly.
So it would be like when Shark and Zexel joined the Baryons.
Exactly.
So, but of course,
Which is, yeah.
which
go
was
on.
crazy, but it wasn't Yuma. So, like,
Yeah.
this would be pretty shocking if they go through with it, Philip. I completely agree with you, man. Limitless potential. My favorite villain groups are still, like, Dark Signers and Baryons, but Goa Siblings has potential. Definitely.
Sure.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Philip. Does that wrap us up?
No. Seriously,
Oh,
Orion
no,
donated
no,
$20 and
Oh my
said,
God.
hey, Dill and the Everything Gang. I like that.
Gang.
I have
we
an
love you.
interesting theory regarding how the duels would go against the Goha siblings. What if the fifth person to duel against the Goha siblings is Otis, as he is not shown in the opening at the moment?
Would be pretty fascinating. Right now,
He's such a wild card. Like, how does he factor
you have
in?
it could be Swirly as well if Swirly joins the group.
Yeah, I think it's
I mean,
possible.
right now,
I said like, I want to make that was you.
that was your pick. Right now, we have a situation where there's
I said that.
the main four
You sound like
versus
Swirly there.
the five
Yeah, a
Goha
little bit.
siblings.
Yeah.
So there's some unbalance
And
there.
that could be Swirly.
Could be Swirly, or I said this when we did the opening breakdown. Yuga becomes the sibling.
Yeah.
6-on-3 now, and then Nail, Asana, Roa join up with Rook
Yeah.
and Roman and Gakuto, and that's your 6v6.
Oh my god.
That'd be pretty
And they
cool.
put Yuga out of his misery.
That'd be pretty cool if they go that route. I
Possibility.
don't know. Seriously, huge donation, man. I think seriously left.
They're gonna need to jump straight.
No,
in.
that was Sakaki Chrono.
Oh, did you say Sakaki Chrono?
He did.
Oh my God, Sakaki Chrono, dude. It's good to hear from you, my man. Thank you so much. I appreciate the massive donation, dude. And it's good to hear from you, man. It really is good to hear from you. Sakaki's been around for a very long time.
Yes.
Yeah, we always love when he comes by. Thank you, Sakaki. I think that it definitely could be Otis or Swirly.
Yeah.
Otis not being the opening, as Chrono
It's
pointed out,
interesting.
and I said it right after the opening ended, we reacted to it. It's
Yep.
weird. It's weird that maybe the most
It's
influential
purposeful.
character on the
It's
show is
purposeful.
not in the opening.
Yeah.
It's weird.
There's more to play with.
And
him.
that can change. They update the opening.
They do.
all the
So
time.
they can sneak that in later.
Absolutely.
Have him pop up in a random corner or something like that.
This isn't
Pops his
brains.
head out.
So-
Yeah, you're right. They
change.
update their openings. They
change.
take care of it. Yeah.
Johan Udai donated $2. No message, just donated.
Thank you so much, Johan. Thank you, dude.
So-
Appreciate. Hope you're enjoying the night.
And then we have Davis Enos donated $2
Davis.
and said, I haven't said this in a while. Playmaker, man, fuck JC. That's
He
Playmaker
said F,
quoting that.
but all right. Yeah.
We know what he meant.
We know it.
Yeah, we know what he meant. It's all right.
Oh,
It
God.
wouldn't be a
listen to
Dylan podcast without that.
Yeah,
We gotta
I
get
know.
some
I don't know
slang.
why you guys.
It's a running gag. It's your fault. What do you mean why?
Oh, man.
you did this to me.
You did this to me.
Oh man, that's all right. They torment me with Crow, so it's fair.
You did that
He's
to
your favorite
yourself.
character. I thought he was your favorite character.
You did that to yourself.
Joe,
first
Joe,
of all.
Wait, I thought.
This guy's great. Davis, thank you so much for the super.
Don't just blow by that. Oh, this
Oh,
guy's
yeah,
great. Let's
yeah.
move on.
That's a good
There's
transition.
nothing I can say now that's gonna change anything.
You're right.
So,
Yeah.
here's
Still
an
not
interesting
good.
one. An
Oh,
old
God.
friend, Barrett Letty, donated $2.
Barrett Letty.
And
Yeah.
he's got an interesting one here. Would you rather
Oh no, is
get whiplash or try to smooch Dylan's dad?
So I work in.
Like, what are we
I'll
playing
take it.
whiplash?
I'll
Like,
start.
whiplash
Is he
from a-
asking
a
that?
roller
I'll lead.
coaster?
I'm not answering.
I'll
Whiplash
lead.
from a car
Hey, that's
accident?
easy for you.
I'll
Just
lead.
give your dad a kiss on the cheek and walk away.
No, I'm not.
I'll lead. I work in physical therapy, so
Alright.
I know how to treat whiplash. So I'm gonna take the whiplash.
Pete, what about you?
I'd probably do whiplash.
Thank you.
Caliber?
I'll fix you up.
I'd give your dad a kiss on the cheek.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, he went there.
What about you, JC?
Us
I have to
Italians,
answer this
we
too.
greet people with kisses on the cheek.
All right,
Hey,
well,
buddy, how you doing?
Barrett, thank you for the nonsense question. I hope you're having a good night. I can clearly see you're still wreaking havoc on my
Always.
life, which is fine.
Oh, wait.
Barrett, love you, dude. Hope we can catch up soon. Thank you, man. Thank you.
X-Slayer donated $2 and said, where is that cowboy hat that was part of the bet? I mean,
Oh
that's
my
a
God,
good point.
that's right. It never
Wow.
came.
You have to do that.
X-Slayer, I will get that cowboy hat.
You
You got to get a chameleon suit.
Wait, when did that?
You buy it, I'll wear it.
Okay, I'll look
That's
for it.
simple.
I'll
You
look for
buy
it.
it, I'll wear it.
There's a couple over
I'll
there.
buy. I'll wear a swirly suit. You
I'll
buy
look
it.
for it.
100%.
There's a couple on there.
Confirmed. Confirmed, chat. I will wear.
I'll look for a full
swirly
body
suit.
chameleon suit.
Dredge
I'll do
equals Swirly.
Hell
Full
yeah.
body chameleon suit.
I'll be a Jack. Chameleon.
Somebody meme Dredger's face onto Swirly.
Oh my god, that's gonna be great.
Conton, thank you for the $1 donation. To answer your question about Rook's watch, yes, I made it, and yes, I shut down vending machines. The snacks fall out. It always starts with the bottom ones before the ones in higher slots fall out. Also, I can sap all bugs 2 centimeters away. Thank you, Conton. I don't know.
I don't know if I should be like nervous about that or impressed.
I'm
Content,
impressed.
Content, thank you so much for the donation. And Dark Emperor J, hey Dylan, I was wondering if you could help me with a video on why people hate Yuma and why he's a good Protag, and a video on why Yuya is a bad Protag. So I wouldn't offer to help on the why Yuya is a bad Protag. I don't like to make videos like that, like on the negative side. But why Yuma's a good Protag? I mean, I just think he's one of the more human and vulnerable ones out of all, and I think they do it in a way where,
Yeah, I could rant on about you.
I mean, he's your guy for Yuma.
I always wanted to make a video.
People
like
hate on him because he lost a lot in the beginning, and he wasn't a good duelist in the
that,
beginning.
which was the point. So it's kind
Which
of
was
an
the point.
It's
I
an
completely
irrelevant
agree,
point.
but it's people that have
Wait,
not
you don't want
watched the
characters
show.
to be instantly invincible, like right off the bat?
Yeah, yeah,
It's-
no,
it's
that's,
crazy.
that's bad
Crazy.
writing.
And,
Crazy idea.
And Yuma, you have to understand when Yuma was shown, he was with Yusei, he was with Judai, and he was with Yugi. I mean, one of these guys does not look like the other, and that was Yuma. And so because of that, people assumed that the show was dumbed down, it was for kids, it was stupid, it was silly, and so they hated Yuma. The most vicious Zexal haters are mostly people who have never watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. That's going to be the case with Sevens, that's going to be the case with Vrains, that's going to be the case with most Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows. It's just part of it. So that's why I usually don't make videos like that. I mean, all the best to you, Dark Emperor. I'll watch the video when it comes out, but I don't like to make videos like that because to me it's just you're debating people who have never even watched the show. In
Well,
most
I
cases.
think it's just making a video reporting on what makes.
Oh
him
no
a
no
good
no no no
character.
no! I'm not bashing the video idea. I'm just saying I don't do it because I just think that so many people that hate on these characters in these shows are people that never gave the shows a chance in the first
Yeah, I mean
place.
they're gonna hate anyway, but it would be good because there are some
just gonna
people
hate.
who never watched it, who are going based on the opinion of these negative people who never watched it, and
Right.
for those people, it would be better if they like saw a video that was actually talking about it the proper way and like actually saying good things about it.
That's true. That's
You know,
actually
so
true.
there's something good in that. I've always wanted to do a video like that too, so I hope you
should.
do that video and send that to me sometime. I would love to watch that.
Absolutely. Dark Emperor, thank you so much, and I believe that wraps us up.
That wraps us up.
This was an amazing episode 53 of Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up. Season 2 is here. I gotta thank Otis gets Swirlied. I gotta thank JC for coming back on. 2 appearances in 3 weeks. Thank you so much.
No problem.
We're gonna go down the list starting with Pete and whip it down this way. Dredger's debut is also completed. Dredger, you're the man. Pete, promote some of your stuff. We'll whip it down. And thank you guys so much for coming on and helping me out.
Yeah, run a channel, YouTube Clueless Gamers. Yesterday, episode 1 of Loki finally came out over there. Episode 2 should be up tomorrow, and then we'll record episode 3 at some point. So if you're interested in some MCU content, that's what we have going on over there. And next month, as I've been saying, is Black Widow. So we finally can get back to some movie reviews here on the channel.
Nice.
So stay tuned if you're interested in that. And
to
for
the theaters for
any
that.
other thoughts, maybe our shenanigans in AC, follow me on Twitter at PeepCarroll21.
I'm Dredge. I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/DredgeNator. I've been taking a little hiatus, but we're going to get back into it. At some point, I keep saying soon, but hopefully the next couple of weeks, I will probably do an IRL stream tomorrow. I did say I'll do that. I promised that, so I will. It'll be appropriate for don't worry, Dylan, I won't go crazy.
Link down below. All their stuff is linked down below.
But yeah.
I typed in
Look
the
out
chat
for that
just in
tomorrow
case.
night around, well, probably after dinner, probably. Around 8:30ish. Look really around for that.
That's all you, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's
Everyone's gonna be. You're all gonna see all these people, all these lovely characters.
It's
will be
weird
in there.
doing our like promotions at the end and not having Nick T go for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
kind of quick.
Rapid fire.
Shot.
So I also stream on Twitch. Also, like Dredge, kind of been on a little bit of a hiatus, but
Yeah.
twitch.tv/CalBreezy. It's down in the link below, as Dylan said. Besides that, I mean, I play all different types of games, so I never really know what I'm going to be playing one day, but I really want to do a Gartic phone stream with some of the group like we did in the 48 hours.
fun.
That was really fun. So maybe something like that to bring back soon.
I would love to do that.
I'll do Gartic Phone.
JC, Legendary Duels.
All right. Obviously, I'm Legendary Duels. You can
Jealous drawing.
you can subscribe to me on Legendary Duels on YouTube.
Link down below.
My channel is basically about doing character deck profiles, character duels. I also do streaming. I do tournaments here and there, and I stream Duel Links a lot as well. You can also follow me on Twitter at Legendary Duels as well. I've also been posting a lot on Twitter recently, where I've been like converting old cards from the other Yu-Gi-Oh series into Rush Duel cards.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of that. So like, if you want to check those out, I basically kind of post one practically almost every day where I convert cards into Rush Duels and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, you could follow me on Twitter. And that's pretty much it.
Cool.
JC, thank you for making the trip. Pete, Dredge, Calibro, the crew, thank you guys. Dredger, if you missed it, the brand new addition to the Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up team. Congratulations, Dredge.
Thank you, I appreciate it. It's been fun, excited.
I'm happy you had fun. We're very happy to have you on. We will be right back here next Wednesday night, as we always are, around 8:30, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with more Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up. To everyone that came by, thank you so much. To everyone that is listening to this after we are done being live, thank you for even listening to this. I feel like I don't thank you guys enough, the people that watch it after we post. So just know that it's greatly appreciated. And to everyone who donated, took the time to donate, whether it's the link or super chat. I know how hard you guys work for your money, so the fact that you would send some my way as a appreciation token means the legit world to me. Thank you guys so much for your insane, selfless support on a weekly basis. You're all incredible. We really hope you enjoy this production. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, everyone.
See you guys.
Peace.